on YouTube. I'm gonna try and read the comments out so it doesn't sound like I'm like whispering some kind of curse every time I'm addressing someone. And today we're just gonna go through some records that I have and talk about them, all that jazz. Very excited, very excited. Need to make sure that being safe about that. All right, this is, you know, maybe I need to position this better for this kind of video. Let's go ahead and move this a little bit right here. Make sure you can still see me. Present. Oh wow! Shut up, Matt. Hi. How are you? I met you in Crickets Live. It's so good to see you. Thank you. I'm just gonna sit here and chat about good old records that I have. And I'm trying to get it to trying to get it to where you can see me, but also the record, because that is a key. Hi. Hello, Sarah. Oh my God. I hope you've been doing good. It's good to see you again. Monopoly Man, Darian. Hello. Yo, I'm gonna be reading out comments. Just because I'm trying to set like a really cool, chill vibe, and I had some people tell me that they were listening back to my previous live. So if I read comments out loud, that is definitely why. I'm about to go hoover the hotel public areas. That was sick. That's fun. Shout out hotels. You know, I just said that about reading comments, and then I just whispered that one. So if you're watching this back on YouTube, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of the main pop girls involved in this. So also because I haven't bought a record in a minute, so keep that in mind. But it's actually one of the most recent ones I got was Taylor Swift's Fortnite with Post Malone. I went with one of my friends to a record store day, and they really wanted the Charlie XCX record, and I didn't think they were gonna have this, but they literally had just set them out, and I grabbed this shit so fucking fast. It's so good. Have you reacted to any Jasmine Bean? I have not, but let me write that down. Let me write that down. 1 second. I have some other notes from. Oh, damn! I took a lot of notes. Oh. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Earlier, I was on a little live chat with someone, just chatting, and they were giving me some good notes and recommendations. So give me 1 second. Jasmine Bean, USA translation. I'm gonna go use the vacuum cleaner. Period. Go use that vacuum cleaner. We love vacuuming. I actually cleaned all day today, honestly. Trying to stay busy. But anyways, Fortnite, Taylor Swift, Post Malone off her Tortured Poets Department album. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Got this one at my very first record store day that I ever went to. It's the Haim Sisters, and it's, what is it? There's Gasoline, the OG version, and then Gasoline featuring Taylor Swift. And yet again, I had not planned on getting this one, but look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. I could not say no to that. Who's my favorite artist? Lorde, Kanye West, and Ariana Grande are the big three for me in my life. This one, Taylor Swift's The Lakes from Record Store Day 2022. The absolute battle I went through. One of my old coworkers, she really wanted, like, her and her sister were really big Taylor Swift fans. And I was so locked in, always been locked in for Taylor Swift, but I really wanted this one because it was her first year as the Record Store Day ambassador. And so we went, and well, me and my old coworker went, and we called the record store ahead, and they said that they only had a certain amount, and I was gonna be the one person in line that wasn't gonna get it because I was like outside of that number. So she took me to another record store and dropped me off. But then my phone started dying, and I called my ex. My ex was like, "Just come home." So I came home, and then woke up the next day. I was like, "I'm gonna go get this record," but he was like, "They're probably all gone." So, and he was absolutely right about that. So I spent a stupid amount of money on a record that I will never it's a single that I will never open. But I have it, so I mean, I guess there's that. This is why I've stopped. This is why I've given up buying records, because it's like a fucking addiction, and everything's so expensive nowadays that it's just not worth it. Way back when, I had the Dire Straits double albums, Alchemy Live, and the Queen album, A Kind of Magic. Love Queen. Queen. Out of those artists you just named, Queen is the only one that I recognize, but they are absolutely iconic. My favorite Ariana Grande song is Better Off, which I actually have a tattoo of. I got it done in my bedroom, and you can definitely tell, and it hurt really bad. So she didn't want to press too hard, and now it just looks like I have dirt on my finger at all times. But this is another single. Wow. Uh, Mariah Carey's Fantasy, and I got this when I was working at Urban Outfitters because I really wanted it, and I think it's like a really pretty magenta color. Magenta. Shout out Rocky Horror Picture Show. Really pretty. This lighting. Oh, actually, yeah. Check it out. Isn't it really pretty? So I'm happy I have that. I don't know. I don't really spend singles ever. It's just Mariah Carey, so you know you kind of obligated at a certain point. Dire Straits did Money for Nothing. The first video played on UK MTV. Oh, that's really cool. You know what? Let me write down Dire Straits. Because in my one of my most recent videos for Ren and Renchilla, I was asking for some music recommendations, and I have been getting them in abundance, which I am very grateful for. This is Dua Lipa's Have You Reacted to Melanie Portal's album? I have actually. It's I haven't edited on my YouTube, and then I have a full on my Patreon, and it's free on my Patreon. So that video came out to an hour and 40 minutes, I think. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Loved Portals though. I've been listening to a lot of Hades. I have her Hades album pinned on my Apple Music, so I've been going back to that a lot, especially when editing. Future Nostalgia, Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa. She is, I mean, come on, like during COVID, this was like the soundtrack of like that time, at least for me. I don't know. It was actually a gift that one of my ex's friends gave him, but he doesn't really fuck with Dua Lipa like that, so I gladly took it. I mean, the aesthetic of this album is absolutely insane, and everything about this album is insane, honestly. I really appreciated this album. Trivia for you: what song did Queen sing in the movie Highlander that did not appear on the Kind of Magic album? I'm gonna tell you so quickly right now that you got me there. You motherfucking got me there. I could not tell you, but I would love to know. I made sure to charge my phone up to like 90% tonight though, to make sure that we are very locked in for this. Ariana Grande, Dangerous Woman. I have an open version of this, and then an unopened version. I mean, and it's standard black, but what a woman. This is some of her best production, I would say. Have you reacted to Carol's Daughter? I have not, but I know she has that one song that's that also came out in 2020 during COVID times. What was it? It was like super popular, like probably her most popular song. I don't know, but shout out Carol's Daughter. It or parts of it were also sung by Chance Brown as Kurgan. That sounds exciting. Violent. Yes, Violent. That's the one I was thinking of. I gave that song quite a bit of spins when it first came out. Tearing up some coffee today. This is Halsey's Hopeless Fountain Kingdom tour. It was my first concert that I ever went to. I love this album, you know, for the memories alone. Actually, let me show you the second disc, because the second disc has like this really pretty butterfly etching on the back of it. Hold on. It has, I think it's, oh yeah, hopefully you can see it. but very cool, pretty. It's like a cream golden yellow color. It has a butterfly etching on it. Very beautiful and very cool aesthetic for this entire album, the whole storyline and everything that she was going for. You know, now that I'm doing this, I'm realizing this is actually kind of stressing me out a little bit on this whole record thing, because this is Billie Eilish's Happier Than Ever. I also have two versions of this one because this one did not play for shit, but I really wanted one that did because it's this beautiful powder blue color. I have quite a bit, but I have not bought any as of late because, like I was saying, it has gotten very expensive. And to me, once something becomes very expensive, it sucks all the fun out of it. You know, there's no enjoyment when you buy something that you're excited for and then you feel some kind of like regret over it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. Not my favorite Billie Eilish album by any means, but aesthetic wise, I think that it's the prettiest that she's ever had. Also, the title track of that song is insane. God, this is totally 2020, 2021 vibes. Olivia Rodrigo, Sour. Good album. I like her lyricism a lot, and her production is entertaining at times, but I really appreciate her lyricism, and it's like this really pretty clear pink. This was the Walmart version, I think, and then I have one that I got from Target that has an alternate cover on it. It's like a pretty, what was that one? A pretty, like purple, I think is what it was. Shout out Olivia Rodrigo. Shout out Sour. What is this next one? Ooh. One of the greatest albums to me personally, Rihanna's Anti album. I had a journey with this album in high school, and I love it. And she did a repressing of it that I had no idea about. And one day I was at Target with my dad, and I just saw like 10 of these vinyls on the shelf, and I was like, what the fuck? This really pretty red clear. You know, people beg Rihanna to come back to music, and obviously I'd be happy if she decided to make music again. But honestly, I think that this is, if she's not coming back, I feel like this is a great note to end on with that aspect of her career, because it is a phenomenal album. Very, very, very all over the place, but at the same time, beautiful. Will you be getting the Heated Rivalry records? I had no idea that there were Heated Rivalry records, actually. It's just like the score and like original music. Is that what it is? Ooh, my cat is crawling around and just touched my leg and freaked me the fuck out. Whoa, just totally did that on live. I should have never picked up vaping again. I should not have done that at any point. Because look at me now. I am a fucking fiend. I am a fucking fiend. What are some records that I do want to get? I want to get Ray's, both of her albums. I want to get Charlie XCX's Wuthering Heights soundtrack. Lord's Virgin album, the one that she put out last year. I want some Ethel Cain for sure, especially her Willoughby Tucker record. It's all of the songs and score. They look badass. Oh, cool. Is it like a picture disc, or is it just like a variant or something? Do you know Lemon Demon? Why did I read that as Lemon Demon? Lemon Demon, I do not. But I am here for the recommendations. So let's write. I'm just now realizing I probably have so many pages of notes that I took today because I am writing unnaturally big. I paste the link, but I doubt it'll let me. You know what, let me write it down to, let me make a separate piece to check out. Like that's not recommendations music-wise. I paste the link, but I doubt it'll, okay. Take me out of my phone. By the way, Jasmine is a friend of mine, and I hope to write some of their songs they were unreleased. Jasmine is a friend of mine, and I hope to write some of their songs. Jasmine. Jasmine. May I ask who Jasmine is? Okay, time's up. Queen and Kurgan both sang New York, New York, and Highlander. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. It sounds wonderful. Anything Freddie Mercury ever did, anything he ever let out of his mouth, was absolutely wonderful. What a man he was. Rest in peace. I just saw the next one in my pile. And you know, I rarely take this record out. And weirdly enough, I got this from Target. Birds of Prey. It's really cool. You know, I think I read somewhere that Margot Robbie actually handpicked the artist to make music for this soundtrack. And I am a Birds of Prey truther till the day I die. Till the day I motherfucking die. I think Harley Quinn might, well, I was gonna say, actually, I think Margot Robbie is the best portrayal of Harley Quinn, but when she's like in her crazy psycho mindset, but Lady Gaga was phenomenal as Harley Quinn in the Joker 2 movie, but a lot more like watered down piece. Bye, Monopoly Man, Darian. You have a good night or day wherever you are. Next trivia. What completes the set? 78, 45, 33 and a half. 86. When I was young, I got 45 records as a reward for a good test or a good dentist appointment. I'm old. Yeah, I'm old. I'm just fascinated by the interest in owning vinyl again. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, I didn't really get into vinyls until I was with my ex, and whenever we'd be chilling in his room, he would pull out a record and put it on, and it completely changed my perception of vinyl records. I was like, this is absolutely insane. Fun fact, one of my favorite artists to listen on vinyl ever is, well, Amy Winehouse always, but Mariah Carey. She has a whole different vibe on listening to her on a record, but that is really cool. Fascinated by the interest. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe, I mean, obviously it's not just because of her alone, but you know, Lana Del Rey, her vinyls were always popular, and I feel like when her Ultraviolence and Honeymoon and Lust for Life were coming out, that's kind of like an album that you would want to listen to on record, and she has a very big fan base. And I feel like I think she has one of like 3 of the best-selling records of all time. So I feel like she definitely had a moment in that. Margot Robbie as Tonya Harding, the ice skater biopic. Yes, I, Tonya. Great movie. Margot Robbie is great. I'm so serious. I love everything Margot Robbie is in. I thought she was great in Barbie. She was wonderful as Kathy in Wuthering Heights. Oh, she took on that personality so well. Harley Quinn, obviously, and Tonya. I still can't believe everything she did to prepare herself for that role. Still blows my mind. Yes, I can easily imagine growing up with digital, then hearing vinyl for the first time. My mind would be blown too. Exactly. It was definitely an experience, and then it turned into a big hobby, and I turned into that annoying motherfucker that's like, ooh, I need all 5 variants of this album, which I'm happy I'm not, like that anymore, because a lot of people, scalpers and stuff nowadays buy vinyls, rare vinyls to resell. But I don't ever plan on selling my vinyls ever. I want to pass them down. Yes, yes, I can. Oh, sorry. Hi, Dylan. Oh, hi, Maggie. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day so far. One second. I just saw the next one. Oh. Look, I'm edging myself right now. Cruella. Listen, y'all, I don't give a about Disney. At no point did I ever care about anything Disney oriented. But Emma Stone, you put Emma Stone in anything, I will be there front row, seeing it 5 times. I love Emma Stone. She's one of my favorite actresses. So her playing Cruella altered my brain chemistry for the better. I'm doing good. How's your day been? My day's been really good as well. I filmed a video last night. In Texas, we got a really random, crazy, bad storm. So I decided to split that video up into separate parts because, I can't react to something for the first time. I can't refilm myself reacting to something if I'm doing it for the first time. So it's a concert of Fozia. So about 30 minutes in, hail started slamming on my window. I was like, yeah, I got to dip. So I definitely am excited to edit that. That was my plan today, was to edit, but then I woke up and I was like, I really need to clean. So I cleaned, and then I was on a little live chat with someone I met on here, actually. That lasted like 4 hours, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. And now I'm like 8 coffees deep. Wondering what I'm gonna edit tonight. Well, I edit that Fozia video, and then also I have a Wuthering Heights video I've been working on for the past 8 years of my life, so I need to finish that soon. I used to work at a music library when I was in art college. I was surrounded by the best vinyl collection. I still feel lucky. Yeah, you should feel lucky. There was a time period for years where I wanted to work at a record store so bad, but every time I called them to ask if they were hiring, it was always no. Which I get it. Like, if you get a job like that and you're like really invested in like the music and everything about it, I wouldn't want to give that job up either. So I was shooting for it though. I was really shooting for it. Hi Laura, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Good morning or good night? No, that's weird. Good morning, or I hope you're having a good night wherever you are. 78, 44, 33 and a half, and 16 were the RPM settings on a turntable. Love that. Love that. That's actually a really cool fact. One of the first times I realized I needed to adjust my setting for a record was actually Taylor Swift's Red album, her Taylor's version, because when I put that shit on the record player, it sounded demonic. Her voice was not her voice. I was like welcoming some evil spirit into my room. 8 coffees, oh boy, how are you gonna sleep? The goal is to not sleep tonight, because I know I'm saying I don't have a lot to do, or not. I know I'm saying that I haven't really figured out what I'm doing tonight, but I know that I am gonna do something tonight, and I need to focus on getting that stuff done. Hey there, lovely. Oh my goodness, look who it is. Shout out to Chow Yun Smut, y'all. Please. She is the absolute best. We had a field day today. And y'all should totally go subscribe to her, please. Oh, and if you're re-listening to this on YouTube after it uploads, the username is Chow YUN and then Smut. So, please, she's genuinely an amazing person. After midnight here in Canada. I was sick. It's almost midnight here. It's 10:18, so I'm ready. I was waiting for the sun to go down to do this, because the lighting that this window gives off is insane on camera. Absolutely insane. Ghostly. If anyone has any recommendations, by the way, for like music or movies or novels or quite literally anything under the sun, please recommend, because I would absolutely love to take in some new media. Child gives lessons in technique. She is the best. She is literally the best, and so kind and gracious with her time, with the amount of time that, you know, we've talked. It's crazy. She's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. Oh, y'all, look, my Red Hulk cup. You know, that's from Captain America: Brave New Day. But I don't know. I saw that movie when it came out, and then I never watched it again. But Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk, I was like, I need to get as much merch of this as I can. So I got that in a really cool popcorn bucket. Shout out Harrison Ford. What a man. Get yourself the concept double album, Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. 1 second, y'all. Have y'all seen the War of the Worlds movie with Tom Cruise? It was a fantastic conversation. It definitely was. I had the time. I'm not even glazing. I had the time of my life. I was starting to talk him into starting a Discord server. It's scary. It's scary to me. It's so scary to me. I I don't know why Discord and Twitch and all of that is so intimidating. I mean, hell, even TikTok is intimidating to me. So I mean, I guess I'm not shocked by that. Hi, I love the Wrenchillathon video. Thank you so much. I'm very proud of that video, and I need to, y'all, I need to respond to some comments. I used to set a day aside, a whole day to respond to comments, but with uh starting to like make schedules for myself for like filming and editing and posting, it's become like when things are uploading and compressing, that's when I take, or in my bath, honestly. I was responding to some comments in the bath today. Um, Hi Dylan, I have a new artist for reaction give everyone. Yes, I know. I saw. Let me go ahead. I mean, I did screenshot it earlier, but let me write it down as well, so I definitely get that out there. Thank you. Thank you. Just get someone you trust to set it up for you. Yeah, one person in my life that I trust, and she don't know a single fuck about that either. But I guess her and I can figure it out together. I D&D over Discord since our in-person venue went unavailable over lockdown. Oh, that's really cool. I have a friend who, well, friend who plays D&D. I think the lore is so rich for D&D. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that. I'm asking for your reaction to the song Risk It All. Okay. So a specific song. Risk It All. Evening Dylan from New York City. The other night I asked about your sign due to your square palm. I said your palm seemed Earth sign. Taurus is Earth, so your palm does match. Yes, I definitely remember you, William. For sure, for sure. Yes, I'm a Taurus. I don't know anything else besides that. I feel like I should, but I don't know when I was born. I know I was born in Oklahoma, but I don't know like the time or any of that jazz. Thanks, Dylan. Yes, of course. Of course. Most definitely. Keep an eye out for that. I'm going to add that to my filming schedule for this week, which, shocker, I've yet to make. You know what? Maybe that's what you know what? Fuck it. Records and chat my ass. I need to make this filming schedule, actually, so let's lock in on that. The amount of notes that I have now. Don't need that one. Don't need that one. I don't know why I wrote that one down. Loyalty is important to Taurus. Also, homebody. Oof. Oh, yeah. Well, God, now you sound like my mom saying stubborn. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm stubborn. Loyalty, yes, 100%, 100%. Homebody, I leave my house once every 2 weeks nowadays. So I enjoy comfort, and there's no comfort like being in your own environment that you have curated yourself. So yeah, home 24 goddamn 7. Uh, and yeah, stubborn, unfortunately. But I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that, especially when I went to like classes pertaining to different things to work on myself more. And I feel like I've definitely got a lot better at that. But if you hear my dad or my mom tell it, good God, you would think that I don't listen to anyone or anything or take in any advice, which is not true. Not true, but I guess parents are supposed to be like that. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, filming schedule. Okay. I need to get my thingy majiggy that I keep all my shit organized in. I leave the house daily so that I can get my steps in, but I always have earbuds in. Yeah, I actually went on a walk 3 nights ago, but that's mostly because I went to go get a vape. Womp womp. Don't do that, kids. But I went to go get a vape, and then as I was like doing that, I was like, damn, it's like really nice outside. And then I went on like, I guess like a 40 minute, just a little lap around my complex a few times and put on a playlist. I used to not like playlist. No, I used to not make playlists. I guess I should say. I would always listen to playlists that like my friends made, but I never got into that. That has definitely changed, especially with how personalized you can make them on Apple Music now. Are you Wuthering Heights? I live just over the hill from Haworth, where the Brontes grew up in Road Chain Era. Wuthering set in this. Good God. All right, now we're talking about Wuthering Heights. Because listen, I that novel completely altered so many things for me, and that's on Apple Books because I have an iPhone. They have a section of just a bunch of classics that you can get for free. So like, Wuthering Heights, Pride and Prejudice, Little Women, all that jazz, and I saw Wuthering Heights and I just downloaded it because it was for free. And did you know there's a Winnie the Pooh book, by the way? I didn't know that, and I really want to read it. But I downloaded Wuthering Heights, and it completely took over every aspect of my life. I was shocked. I was shocked. And I also knew nothing, absolutely nothing about anything in regards to that book. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But I am so glad I took the time to read that, and I greatly enjoyed the film. Greatly. I was thinking maybe Pride and Prejudice might be the next book that I read that I go into not knowing anything about. Um, because I downloaded that one on my phone as well. Once it's ready, where should I send the ranked HR interviews list? You know what? Can I type something in here? If you're able to, Sarah, because I thought I could type shit in here, but apparently not. I have it's not linked in my description, but my email for this channel is Gotham Night, and then it's life, LIFE, 4 at Gmail. That would be wonderful. If you don't have like Instagram or something. Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters. Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters. Not the Sea Monsters. Not the Sea Monsters. She's activating me right now, y'all. She's activating me. Classic Pooh is the best. Ooh, I really want to read it. I really had no idea that whole show, everything was based off of a book, and definitely downloaded that one as well. I have like 5 or 6 classic books that I downloaded just in case they decided to make them not free anymore. I was like, but I'm pretty sure they're still free. And also Lord of the Rings, because that was on sale for like $1.99, and I bought that like probably a year ago at this point on my phone, and I go through phases of preferring to read on my phone and then reading, like, paperback. I'll use Apple Music. Good to know. I need any inspo. I need any inspo to try new music macro. Yeah, Apple Music is, to me, I mean, growing up in when I was in high school, there was, Beats headphones. They had an app for music. And I would just keep making random emails and signing up for like the free trial for like a month. And then Apple Music actually bought Beats, at least the app. And then, so now it's Apple Music. So shout out Apple Music, sponsor me. Have you read The Song of Achilles? I've read half of it. I actually have that book right over there. I have a big stack of books over here. But I've read half of it. I've read half of it at least twice, actually. But I need to lock in and finish it. I have enjoyed what I've read of it so far. Yes, Winnie the Pooh was an old Victorian English children's book. Say less. Say less. I need to read it. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I remember when that movie came out. One of my very, very religious friends actually really likes that movie, and it shocks me to this day. To this day. Thank you, Sarah. Hell yeah. Or the Kansas classic, Gone with the Tornado. Gone with the Tornado. Are you talking about Wizard of Oz? No, don't shame the boy for what he doesn't know. Also, check out the book, The Tao of Pooh, explains Taoism and old Chinese philosophy through Winnie the Pooh. It's great. Shout out Winnie Pooh. Winnie Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Sponsor us, Winnie the Pooh. Tao of Pooh. I hope I'm saying that right. Is it Tao? Is it pronounced Tao? If you don't leave home much like me, do you have several jobs you do from home? I work from home, so I never leave. No, I do not. My last job was at, I even hate saying the name, was Salad and Go. But they closed all the locations down. You don't get to sit in or anything. It's a drive-through place where you can get healthy food. And they closed all the locations down in Texas. And they gave us 3 days notice. And it was absolute shit. It was a really bad experience. Seconding the Tao of Pooh, excellent choice. Bet. Now, Pooh actually has Christian overtones. Wow, really? The T is softened to a D. Oh, Tao. Okay. Tao. The Tao of Pooh. Why does that sound like a Star Wars title? Like Star Wars, the Tao of Pooh. Not trying to be disrespectful to the source material. Hi, Dylan. Just popping in. Hello, David. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. I'm trying to learn how to say this. Hope you're having a good day or wow, it really wasn't that hard, I guess. I hope you're having a good day or a good night so far. The Tao of Pooh, with the Tao of Pooh, featuring the Cobblestone Pie principle. Bring it on. Bring that shit on. I curse a lot, by the way, so. Oh my god, my cat just scared the fuck out of me. He's right behind this chair, and I looked back, and all I saw was like a slight movement. I just got my heated rivalry. What? Oh, sick. What is it? Is it a quote? That's badass. Oh, yes. I love that I found other fans of the book. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. Have y'all read Dune? Hot take. Love that book. I go back to that book a lot. I know a lot of people see it as like difficult to read, but I mean, once you've read it so many times, it just makes sense. Plus, it comes with a literal explanation for every term they use in the back of the book, depending on which one you get. Battlestar Galactica, the 70s series had Mormon themes. You know, me and Cricket were talking about Battlestar Galactica earlier. What are your fave books? I'm always looking for new reads. My fave books. Oof. I'll say, okay. Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. It's either Gillian or Gillian. I really think it's Gillian, but I think Gillian is such a power move to pronounce the name in that way, so I try though to be better about it. But Sharp Objects, Uh, I mean, these very popular, but the Hunger Games series, specifically the original trilogy. I grew up with those, so Wuthering Heights has been. I was speaking about this earlier. Life changing, was life changing, is still life changing, honestly. Dune, and that's all I can really think about right now. But I would recommend Sharp Objects #1 to check out because it is phenomenal. And it has a show on HBO Max, I think, with Amy Adams, and I haven't seen it. Let's see. I'm always looking. Okay. It actually is a bit of a spoiler, so I won't tell you. I'll share it with you later. Okay. Wow. Thank you for that. Honestly, thank you. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't gotten a lot of. Actually, I haven't gotten any spoilers for Heated Rivalry so far, which is shocking because people were telling me to look out for them. But I've gotten no spoilers. But I was told that it gets very sad, and then someone just gave me like some encouragement, telling me it gets sad, but it gets good. So, um, okay, wait, let's see. It's actually Tao of Pooh is a comforting book explaining the Taoist philosophy, basically learning to accept things that are. I'm so happy I brought up Winnie the Pooh, honestly. I'm genuinely excited. Sharp Objects was solid, 100%. 100%. Gillian Flynn's writing style is like no other. I've never heard of Sharp Objects. I'll def check it out. Yeah, yeah, you should. You should. It's not a long book either. I think it's maybe at most close to 350 pages. Um, 300 at the least, but it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Her writing is so visceral and so fucking raw. It's insane. It's insane. Yes, my fave science teacher from high school gifted it to me, and it shifted my mindset complete. Accepting things as they are. Do you read any Terry Pratchett Discworld? There's movies of them as well. I have never heard that name before in my life. You know what? I'm so happy about all of these recommendations. Y'all do not understand because Pratchett does sound familiar though. The name. I am a Gen X. People didn't talk like that in my part of Canada at the time when I was young. Let's just say you will get emotional. The tattoo is a part of the show in one of the later episodes that really hit home with me and remind me of part of my own life. Oh, yes. Please let me know once I get through season 1, please. I promise I'll let you know by the end of the 6th episode. Oh, read my mind, David. I'm Gen X too. You ain't alone. Me too, Swirly. Oh wow! Shout out Gen X. Shout out Gen X. So we all owned vinyl the first time around. I love that y'all are like totally interacting with each other right now. Seriously, it is amazing to me. Dylan is going. Ooh, Dylan, this little bookshelf I have right here. Well, bookshelf. It's like a nightstand, but it has like 4 levels to it. I actually got this. It was sitting outside the dump. Sounds really nasty. It was sitting outside the dumpster in my apartment complex, but I cleaned it up really well, and it's been great. But it is very finicky. Dylan is going to have post-it notes with recommendations for music, books, movies, and shows all over his apartment. Post-it note decor. Right. Well, my thing is that I've gotten really big into like I don't know. I tried the whole typing everything on my phone, screenshotting stuff, but I don't know. Writing something down definitely adds an extra oomph to everything and keeps you focused. Um, but I really am good at like keeping stuff organized. And I will say a lot of paper gets lost in this process, but there was a time during COVID where I made journals and I would like stitch the paper together into the journals. So I've been saving all the paper, like crumpling it up and saving it so that I can put it in a big tub and then mix it around with some water, dry it out, use one of those, I forget what they're called, a square shaped strainer, and then you dry it and it turns into paper and you just thread some rope through it and it becomes a whole beautiful thing. Sponsor me, Gen X. No, seriously, Gen X, sponsor me. Shout out Gen X. Pratchett co-wrote Good Omens with Gaiman book and web series. Good Omens. Yeah, I haven't heard of that before, but I will definitely check it out. Oh, I never remember to go back and look at my notes and screenshots, so post-it notes and alarms. Exactly. That's where I was. I was getting so many good recommendations in the beginning of my channel, and I would screenshot them, but I was also really brand new at all this, so it would kind of just get lost to my camera roll with editing and all the images and stuff I saved to add into my videos. So then I started making use of mini journals. I used to love the fantasy medieval series books, David Eddings and all of them, not sci-fi but like medieval fantasy. I just love a rich world. I love being thrown in to an author's world that they've built completely, and using terms right out of the bat that you're just like, what the fuck does that mean? But then the more you get into it, you're like, oh shit. And then you reread it if it's really good, and everything just clicks. You know what I mean? I love a good world building. Since we're Gen X here, I'll mention my love of the show. Please like me in case anyone has seen it and loves it too. For me, I have not seen or heard of that. If you're a child, it's my biography, The Way of the Traveling Fist. Not sure if you've seen the movie, but Project Hail Mary. You reading this, Cricket? We were totally talking about this earlier. I do want to read Project Hail Mary, actually. I've heard nothing but great things about the book and the movie, so I definitely miss reading before watching stuff, because that's what I did growing up with Hunger Games and Divergent and Maze Runner and all that jazz, so I feel like it's pretty rare to happen nowadays. But like I said, I've heard great things about the book and the movie. Anyone else read Mira Grant? Her new Flesh series is, in my opinion, the best. So in the Parasitology series, that's amazing too. Cheeky thing. So many of us Gen Xers hang out with the smart young strapman. Oh, thank you, Swirly Starry Sky. I say it every time, but I love that username. I make traditional ancient Jewish and Arabic jewelry made by Jewish silversmiths from Yemen. That's insane. Like, genuinely, I'm not even trying to glaze you right now. That is actually really fucking cool. Project Hail Mary is such a good freaking book. Gotta read it. For this one, book first, 1000%. Yeah, definitely. I see there's like a little rock creature in the movie. And I don't know. I just get really attached to like little creatures in movies, if that makes sense. Mom got me the Tim Curry memoir, Vagabond. Looking forward to diving into that. You mentioned that earlier, and I did write that down. Tim Curry's memoir, plus his, or not his, but Lena Dunham just had I think it's a memoir come out. And I've never been one to read memoirs, so I feel like it'd be fun to get into it. So I always love history, ancient arts, and decoration. I love that. A rich culture, there's nothing like it. And then the appreciation of it, it's insane. Thank you. I've been Van Gogh obsessed since I was in high school a million years ago. I've actually done a diamond art painting of Starry Night before. It took a long time. I love diamond art. Shout out diamond art. I agree. Project Hail Mary is a great book and movie. Oh, damn, y'all. Yeah, add that to my... So much to read. Honestly. I love reading, though. I love reading. Reading's good for the soul. I feel like I totally said I was going to do something earlier, and I cannot remember what I said I was going to do. This is why this is when the pen and paper comes in handy, honestly. Tim Curry starred with Michael Palin, as in Monty Python is a movie of three men in a boat. The only movie, well, I might lie about this actually. The only movie that I think of that I watch religiously that he's been in is Rocky Horror Picture Show. So you can imagine how excited I was when Ren first mentioned Vincent's Tales and my favorite episode of Starry Night from the Vincent Tales series. Is that what that is? Is that what that is? I've seen that a few times in my comments of people recommending that. Did jigsaw puzzles of both Starry Night and one of the sunflower paintings. I love that you love puzzles. Puzzles piss me off. I never have enough room, and I like to be able to be stationary. And I mean, puzzles are meant to, like, you're meant to be stationary for a puzzle, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm fucking saying. Puzzles piss me off. Maybe I should try again though. Slightly older than Gen X here, although my generation rhymes with rumor. Oh, that took me a second to see. At the beginning of this, I said I want to speak, like read the comments out loud. So if anybody's listening back, they know what I'm responding to. And here I am having a whisper party. Speaking of Van Gogh, that made him famous. What made him famous on his paintings but his years of highly detailed journals of his life. Intellectuals love him because we know so much minutiae about him. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Van Gogh besides, you know, the ending, and then also his very popular art. My cat knocks off pieces from the table, so now I do digital puzzles. Digital puzzles. I did not know that that was a thing. I don't know why I would think that wasn't a thing nowadays. That might be relaxing. We'll see how that goes though, because like I said, puzzles piss me off like no other. With Vincent's Tale, you definitely want to do them in order. Yes, most definitely. I try to do everything in order. That's why it helps me out so much when people in the comments, you know, tell me the specific order of like a mini series that an artist does. Also, Tim Curry, Legend, Clue, The Worst Witch, Choose Up the Scenery, and all three. Yeah, I think Tim Curry was insanely attractive, especially in Rocky Horror. And I mean, not just, you know, not trying to just sexualize him. He was obviously a great actor. Oh, Pennywise, duh, love Pennywise. I didn't enjoy the newer movies. That might be a hot take, but I tried. I really tried my hardest. They did not click with me. Yes, exactly. Missing independent public schools comparing show puzzles, websites, and apps. Bet. On stage, Tim Curry played Amadeus with Ian McKellen. That's sick. Oh my god. I was about to say imagine the two of them together in a project, but I guess you don't have to imagine since they did it. But for me, I've never seen that. My profile pic is a Van Gogh style painting of Ren. Yeah, y'all, shout out Laura. Y'all need to check out her if you want. You should check out her art. It is insane. Absolutely insane. Hello, Dylan and everyone. Newbie here, but I'm quite enjoying the reactions. Thank you, Shadow Song. I really appreciate that. I really do. I am so grateful for the amount of people that take the time to watch my videos that I put together, and it really does mean the world to me, because I always say it, but it's so important to me in my life. But time is the most precious thing you can offer to anyone for any reason, and I'm always so grateful when people are willing to give me their time and watch my videos. Yes, he was a lesser known artist, but the journals made him. I just rewatched Legends for the first time in 20 plus year, or Legend. Jigsaw puzzles are very satisfying to one of the neurospicy parts of my brain, to my Virgo spirit. Love that for you. Yeah, they don't click for me. Legos, though. Legos, number one, always. Shout out Legos. Diamond art, like I was saying. I love diamond art. I do 3D puzzles in my Quest 3. VR puzzles are the best. I don't know. I feel like that would scare me. A VR headset in general scares me. Dylan, I agree with that hot take. That Pennywise mouth was so gross. LOL. Yeah, I don't know. That whole I mean, it was only 2 movies, but it did not click. I did try. I really did try. I love daddy joke humor movies. Airplane is so politically incorrect and dumb. You know, I've actually only seen clips of Airplane, but the clips I've seen crack me the fuck up. It become quite a favorite on Ren's Patreon. Oh, what is that supposed to mean? Wait, what do you mean by that? Uh, I disliked most of the casting of the 80s series, but Tim Curry as Pennywise was top tier. Um, I mean, I just talked all my shit about the original, or not the original, the 2 newer It movies, but I will say, I think his name is Alexander Skarsgård. He does a lot of creature features, um, and I feel like, I mean, he's good at it, because that's usually what he does. He's also in the new Crow movie with FKA Twigs, which I have not seen, which is shocking because I love FKA Twigs so much. So much. I just checked it out, mixing my 2 obsessions. Ren has a whole section for reactors on his Patreon, Dylan, where patrons post link to reactors they do like. What? Hold on. Hold on. People are just posting your links to your reactions. What? Really? Wow. Oh my god. That's really cool. Wow. Thank everyone for doing that. Jeez. That is really cool, actually. Why does that make me nervous? I'm like a little bit nervous. But like in a good way? You know, in a good way. Also, I'm like at this point 10 coffees deep and empty stomach. Oh yeah, no, y'all, it's getting bad out here. Yesterday, I realized I hadn't eaten anything all day besides some Takis. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, should I eat something? And I don't want to get into that in here, but basically my eating habits have been so fucked up, and this coffee is like has my nerves times 1,000. But that's really cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. We're on our way up, y'all. We're on our way up. Yeah, shout out Gotham Night Lights. Yeah, shout him out. He's a pretty cool guy. I can confirm that Dylan is hot on Ren's Patreon. Okay, wait. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, y'all. Oh, oh yes, in a good way. Oh hell yeah. You know what? Let me drink some more fucking coffee that I have no business taking in right now. Thank you all for letting me know. Sorry, thank you all for letting me know my voice is shaking right now. That is really fucking cool. Wow. I had no idea. I did warn you that he likes to pop in on reactors. This just makes it more likely that Ren probably will notice you. The amount of salivating I do in my videos, I don't know how he would appreciate that. Legos were my favorite. I lost my big set of them during my last move in New York. Oh wow. William's in New York, David. Oh, sorry, William. I hope that's okay that I shared that. Love Legos. Oh my god, I fuck some Legos up bad. I haven't gotten any in a while because, like I was saying earlier, hobbies are so expensive now. But I was thinking at some point I could do like a live where I just sit down. I was telling Cricket about this earlier. I can sit down and just do some Legos. I just need to figure out what set I want. Most likely 100% a Batman set. But okay, it's midnight here. Love and light from New York City. Stay safe, Dylan. You stay safe as well. And thank you so much for popping in, William. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. And y'all have a good night. I feel so out of the loop. Who is Ren? Ren is a wonderful independent artist from the UK that you should, if you want, if you're looking for new artists to take in, definitely check out if you have the time. Absolutely phenomenal. The amount of genre bending and vocal abilities on that man is absolutely insane. And when you see him, life changes, life changes, life changes. Ren is a musician and a rapper, singer, super talented. Period. That's right, William. Like I said, William, y'all have a good night and enjoy. What was I gonna say there? Y'all have a good night. I'll just say that. Ren is a musician, rapper. Yes, life changes. Hold on, let me look him up. Yes, Maggie, look him up. See, y'all, listen. This is a big part of me enjoying what I do. You know, I've had quite a few people comment telling me that they have been introduced to artists from my channel that they had no idea about and genuinely enjoy them. And that makes me so happy because these independent artists deserve the absolute world, the absolute world, and the biggest platform. Sleep Sweet, William Joy. Oh, Cricket, you were so nice. I need to make sure I'm off my live on time so I can watch your live while I edit. This Fozia video is kicking my ass though, because like I said, last night it was storming and hailing in fucking Texas, and I have some audio tweaking I have to do to make sure you're not hearing my window shattering. I ran as Gen X and Boomers love him. Period. Period. Everything he has to say is absolutely important to someone. When I do that, y'all, when I bend down, I'm doing something naughty that I should not be doing. So, oh, yeah, maybe I shouldn't say it. What's something I want to talk about? Me, yeah. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Let's look at another record. Including comments about Toblerone, Head, and Five Guys. You know, I forgot to tell you this earlier, Cricket, but my dad's girlfriend took me to Five Guys, and I had never been to Five Guys before. I was fucking that shit up. I've never had a better burger in my goddamn life. And the fries, they come in the paper bag. Good God Almighty. I was having the time of my life with that food. And I haven't been back since. So take that as you will. You know what? Shout out Five Guys. Sponsor us, Five Guys. Dylan, check out Ren's collab EP with the Skinner Brothers, 6 songs, each a video from various points in a day and over 24 hours. You will really like the Ren visuals at the beginning, so the story go. Wait. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Is anyone else in here writing cursive? Shout out Cursive. Sponsor us, Cursive. Skinner Brothers. Yeah, I need to. I'm about to actually, this week, I'm going to listen to, oh, let me get that out of frame. Listen to Deanna's a wonderful artist that you should also check out as well if you love powerful women with the most powerful voice you've ever heard in your life. But I was gonna sit down and listen to her studio album, so maybe this might be a week of listening to studio albums. I love getting new artist recs. Yes, isn't it the fucking best? Honestly, I'm really tempted to make a public playlist on Spotify and to ask people to add music to it. I think that's something you can do. I really think that is something you can do, so I am thinking about doing that. Yeah, I guess I should haul myself to bed too. Night, Dylan. Good night, David. You sleep well, okay? And thank you so much for being here. Sweet dreams. Solid rec. Yes, I wrote it down, and I will definitely check it out. I had seizures watching one of the Skinner collabs, so be careful if you are flash sensitive. Whew. I mean, I'm sorry that you experienced that, first of all. That sucks. And number 2, y'all, I was watching, Madonna just put out a new single for her upcoming album, and the amount of flashing, and it's because she worked with the same people that worked on Charlie XCX's Brat, and Brat is very, you know what I mean, like lights. It was a great song. I liked it. I'm excited for Madonna's new album, but I should have just probably listened to the song instead of watching the lyric video because I was being teleported somewhere. I am hybrid cursive. Me too, but I write predominantly in cursive. I got that from my mom. She's the same way, hybrid cursive. I used to write in cursive, but have lost the skill. Cricket, come on, Cricket. Gen X is cursive trained, huh? Yeah, period. I don't think, they definitely don't teach it in school anymore, right? Writing in cursive. I'm so glad that I was taught cursive, because it, to me, I mean, I think that's the whole point of cursive, is you go faster, you know, the amount of time it takes to write something. I don't know. I just love cursive. I love it. And my cursive is actually really pretty. Shout out my cursive. Um, I teach my students to write cursive, but that may be the only time they practice. Swirly, sorry, you just took the words right out of my mouth. It is good that you're taking initiative to do that. I know it sounds dumb, being like, the way you write your words is a lost art, but honestly, there's something to really appreciate about cursive writing. And do you know how many people I've met that, um, like, they can't even read cursive? It's crazy. It's crazy to me. But I mean, if anyone in here can't read cursive, no shame. No shame. Wow, my nails look crazy in this light. What are we doing? Well, we are going through records, my record collection, and chatting. Do it, that would be sick. Is she still putting out music? Who? Dream Life, that's the one. Sorry that happened, Laura. Dylan, just make sure that you're recording. So the story goes. React and hydrate, because the thirst. Yo, speaking of hydration, get this coffee the fuck out of my vicinity. Cricket, I love you so much. Shout out Cricket. Y'all, go, if you want, you should definitely subscribe to her. She is an absolute vibe. You have never met a more chill person in your life. I let his team know and they put warnings. A lot of reactors did too. Cursive is also a more friendly way to dyslexics to read and write. I actually don't know anybody. Oh, wow, I fucked up. I got dyslexic mixed up with, what is it when you can write with both ambidextrous, I think. I hope that's the right term. Y'all, like I said, my sleep and the time it is and the coffee in my system, I'm not processing things 100% right now. Yes, I've heard some people can't read cursive. Isn't that crazy? But like I said, if anybody in here can't read cursive, please, you're fine. Honestly, love the whole Six Soul EP. Afternoon, Dylan. I'm on my lunch break. The shareable Spotify Apple Music list would be great. You know, I wonder if they would allow you to do it on Apple Music, because that's predominantly what I use. I use Spotify only when I'm listening to music on my TV, which is rare. Now that I have this laptop, I usually play it either on my phone or on my laptop. But thank you for being here, Jimmy. I hope you have a good lunch break and a good work day. That's the biggest goal right there. Yeah, it's awesome. I buy Ren albums and some of the Soul Boy too. It is the right term. Thank you. And Ren and Webby when it gets available for pre-order. LOL. Oh, see, here I go whispering again. Here I go fucking whispering again. Something in me. Have y'all seen The Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy? There's a part in the movie where Melissa McCarthy's like, "What is this, a whisper party?" And I quote that literally once a day. Fact Allen, plus I'm just dying to see what he does for the Slaughterhouse Drop. Hey Gen Xers, what was your first live concert you saw? It's just Dylan ASMR. That's the best compliment you could have ever gave me. Imagine the mic. Imagine when I get one of those little, what did you call it earlier? One of those little clip-on mics. We're going to motherfucking town. Yeah, it's going to be interesting this summer when it all drops. Oh god, who's ready for summer? I'm not. I low-key hate the summertime. I am a winter guy, especially in Texas. Texas heat is unbearable now, absolutely unbearable. Oh yeah, Bandcamp Friday is coming up to buy Ren stuff, and he gets 100%. Bandcamp Friday. Bandcamp, isn't Bandcamp an app? Ren stuff, he gets 100%. First concert was, I believe, Charlie Daniels Band, because we won tickets off of the radio. Those work surprisingly well. Lavalier, lav mics. Woo! Shout out lavalier mics. I really want one to clip right here because I use, my headphone mic. And I keep saying it's actually a good quality mic for what it is, but I'm definitely ready to elevate that experience and get all this white noise out of the background that I have going on in my videos. Good God, it's pretty bad sometimes, but it is what it is. Honestly, there's an option on CapCut to cut out the white noise, but most of the time it fucks up my audio completely. I have never met another fellow Summer hater. OMG. Yeah, Maggie. Summer. Summer, if you're here, leave the chat. We don't fuck with Summer here. Sorry, y'all. I'm talking about not like anyone who enjoys Summer to leave the chat, please. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about Summer as a whole. Fuck Summer. Shout out Winter. Shout out Winter. First live concert other than friends, bands, playing locally, Rolling Stones with my dad. Oh my God, I bet that was absolutely transcendent. It's my dad when I turned 14, but my fave one a couple years ago, years later, was the Ramones. Because why is it so hot? It's the world, the world is starting to feel the effect of us humans, and the weather is getting absolutely insane. Mine was through a cool quote. My mom dropped me off and picked me up. I was definitely too young, and my second was the first Lollapalooza. Definitely too young is funny. I'm six. I mean, there's something to say to being introduced to artists that you probably shouldn't be listening to as a child, and that definitely adds to your appreciation to them. Because in a way, they teach you about stuff first that you might have learned over time through just being a human being. I'm 65 to 70-ish degree guy. It's perfect hot. Anything colder and hotter than that, and I'm looking to change to better conditions. I mean, yeah, honestly, Alan, I mean, 65 to 70 is not bad. Well, in Texas, that's still scorching hot nowadays. But yeah, like I keep saying, winter all the way. Hate summer, hate winter, hate any extremes of temperature. Well, you only have so many options there, Cricket. Yes, Swirly 14. Oh, that's great. And Ramon's also great. I said F winter this year. I spent it out on in heat or water in my house. I saw the Ramones with Debbie Harry when I was a teenager. When I suddenly got to Smashing Pumpkin PC. let me talk. This is not a whisper party. Fall is the perfect in between. Plus Halloween. What more could you want? Plus Halloween. Once it starts hitting fall, I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis in the OG Halloween. I agree. Fall is pretty badass. Mostly because it's, leading into winter. I saw the Ramones with Pearl Jam when I was too young. My mom never took me to concerts growing up, so I mean, I'm not hating. It just wasn't part of my journey as a kid. But I mean, I definitely, yeah. I've only been to 2 concerts in my life. I was gonna see Ethel Cain over at the Bomb Factory in Dallas with a friend, but I think my friend had mentioned that everyone else had told him no, so he wanted me to come, and then bought the ticket. And I was like, you're gonna sit here and tell me that you asked a bunch of people that told you no, so you want to bring me? I would rather die. Pearl Jam, one of my favorites. Even Flo, Jermaine. My parents usually went on their own. I think the only reason my dad took me is because it was on my actual birthday. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think my mom ever really. I mean, when she was like before me, she was out there, but my mom was very, very homebound growing up. I did make it to the first 2 Lollapaloozas. Got to meet Mr. Eddie Vedder. I bet that was an experience. It was maybe the third Lollapalooza. The second was. My parents have seen Pink Floyd like 6 times and never brought me. Ooh, a family therapy for you, Swirly Star Sky. I'd be pissed as hell. Yes, Eddie Vedder in Soundgarden. Wow, y'all. I'm like over here. Y'all are naming all these bands, and I'm like looking at my record collection. And I'm like, In Soundgarden, Yellow Bed Letter. My first concert was the Jonas Brothers. Maggie. There's something to say about that. And they're still doing it too, right? They're still going on tour. Like they still got music coming out and shit. Um, I would have loved to have seen Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato together, especially Demi Lovato. Her vocal range and ability is insane. I kind of hate that she's become a joke over the past few years, but she kind of did that to herself with all this shit she was saying on the internet. I did see a video of Demi Lovato. They were doing ghost hunting, and she was high as hell, and she was asking these ghosts if they had any like trauma and if they were gay. It was insane. I was cracking up. Also have gotten to see Duran Duran 3 or 4 times, including the original lineup, plus U2 and George Michael. Shout out George Michael, honestly. What a fucking man. Y'all remember when U2 put, like U2 and Apple or iTunes collabed? So if you had an iPhone, one of their albums automatically was uploaded to your music library. I'll never forget that. She's funny as well. She is funny. She's so whack. She's so whack. But like I said, her voice is very unique to her. People were so mad for that. Nothing like the Sun tour from Sting forced you to. You know, the only concerts I've been to, y'all, was Halsey's Hopeless Fountain Kingdom tour and Troye Sivan's Bloom tour, and that was it. And Troye Sivan's venue was very intimate, and I think that's why I've been craving like an intimate kind of moment. I mean, yeah, it would be fun to go see like Beyonce or Lady Gaga, but I just love. And I would have loved to have seen Ethel Cain, honestly, because her whole thing is being very intimate. But like I said, he fucked up when he told me that he asked a bunch of other people and they said no. And I was like, what do you mean by that? Like, why would you even think that saying that would make me say, yo, let's go? I think like this on tour from Sting. Hey, Rod, man, I hope you're doing well. It's so good to see you. I was too young when Pink Floyd The Wall came to my city. My brother and his friends talked about it in his city. Okay, The Wall. Let's talk about that. They did a film for that album, and one time, me and my best friend went over to one of her friends' house, and we were all zooted, like out of our minds. And I didn't even know these people, and I don't like to do that around people I don't know, but at that time, I was getting it where I could get it. And we're just sitting in this house, and this guy's dumbass friends come up to the door and start slamming their hands on the door, and they're talking about it's the cops, it's the cops, it's the cops. And we were watching The Wall. The whole point of the story is we were watching The Wall whenever they did that, and it just put a stain on my memory. Yeah, I don't do arena concerts anymore. Yeah, it's it's fun if that's like your lifestyle kind of vibe, you know, like big music events. But for me, I just get it's too much, too many people, too much everything going on. It stresses me out really bad. That is also why I don't go to the casino, because that shit. Whew, I'd rather be anywhere else than at the casino. Since I've lived in since I've lived in San Francisco, I've mostly gone to small club events. That's the kind of vibe I'm looking for. That is the kind of vibe. Oh no, that would have freaked me out. Seeing Tame Impala and DJ this summer gonna be insane. Yeah, it freaked me out. Shadow Song, it freaked me out, and ever since then I've just people are weird. Seeing Tame Impala and DJ this summer gonna. I haven't heard of DJ, but I've definitely heard of Tame Impala. You know, I should sit down and listen to Tame Impala because I know that a lot of their work is really loved by their fan base. So there's something to be said there for sure, always. And they have a definite vibe to them. I just feel like maybe they're. I don't know. I listen to a lot of female artists, honestly. Besides, as of late, Rin, and then Kanye, and occasionally The Weeknd, but only because, like I was saying in a previous live, I think The Weeknd has a really pretty sound, just really pretty sound and production that he uses in most of his work, and his voice fits it very well. Let's see. Dylan, you were my people. That shit overstimulates me. Right, right. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm big on comfort. So big on comfort. I saw Cat Power and Sleater Kinney in a small bar in Philly. In hindsight, it was a rare window in music. Oh, the more niche your music taste gets, the smaller the venues can be. Exactly. Exactly. Like I was saying earlier about the artist Ethel Kane. Um, she's not. No, she's definitely not niche, but she's not a pop star girl for sure. I would definitely recommend listening to Ethel Kane if you enjoy like an atmosphere, and she tells a storyline throughout her two albums that she's put out, her two major studio albums. She has like three. I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to talk too much shit. Maybe three. So I don't know if they follow the storyline, but they're like EP length. But she calls them albums. I don't know. But anyways, check out Ethel Kane if you like. It's insane. Her voice is insane. The production is insane. The atmosphere that she builds is always insane, and her voice is so, so, so gorgeous. Love an intimate venue for sure, but if I can get decent seats and it's an important group for me, I will attend an arena show if I have to. Period. Period. You know, I literally live right next to the AT&T Stadium, and the last big artist that I could think of that came there was Bruno Mars, because he's on tour for his new album right now, and that was last weekend, I think. And I can see the stadium from my window, and I remember when Taylor Swift came, I almost threw myself out my window. I was so sad. I have to get going. Thanks for the good chat, Dylan and friends. Good night, Swirly Starry Sky, and thank you so much for being here. And I really hope you get some good rest tonight. I used to play in a band. We were taken to South by Southwest. Wow. I have a hard time imagining how baby bands get born these days. Yeah, I don't know. South by Southwest. I used to live in Austin, but I never went to one of their festivals. I used to work at a Urban Outfitters, and right above me was a concert venue in downtown Austin, and Charlie XCX was there, Mitski was there. I think Florence and the Machine was there as well. Dijo is really good. His sound is alternative indie, but he's the actor who plays Steve Harrington. Oh, I've never listened to his music, but I did know that he had a band because I see clips of that sometimes. He's hot. He's a very hot man. Shout out Steve from Stranger Things. I need to really try and get into Stranger Things. I'm always so late to the party, y'all. But I know it's something I would enjoy. It's just I've tried. But there's something to say in the times that I have tried, it's been, I was not completely sober. I've never seen music at a stadium. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. All the lights, all the people, everything. But, you know, even artists at a bigger level, they're still putting in like a lot of work, especially when you have to crowd control in somewhere as big as a stadium. I have friends who live in Austin and they call it South by So What. You know what? Shout out Austin. I liked Austin. I thought some of the nicest people I've ever met were from Austin. No, well, some of the most chill people, and we all know why. But still, they were the most non-judgmental people you'll ever meet in your entire life. Like one time I saw Thomas Fellman play a set at a soju bar. There was like, I don't know, 30 people there. Sorry, one second. I'm not sure who Thomas Fellman is, but y'all are really making me itch for like a very intimate experience venue. He's extremely attractive. I actually ran into him in the London airport. Oh my god, what a man! What a man he is. I've only met one celebrity, and it was when I was working at Urban Outfitters, and it was the actor who plays Dewey in Scream, David Arquette. And that was really cool. IDK who he is either, don't worry. One of my tattoos is a replica of a sculpture in Austin at the foot of the bridge that all of the bats live under. You know, me and my dad were going through some pictures the other day, and there's a picture of me as a kid, like a toddler basically, with my mom and my dad and some other family members at that bridge. I should have Why couldn't I have become Batman after that? Felman is half of the orb, and if that means nothing, then never mind. Felman is half of the orb, and if that means nothing, then never mind. Well, definitely does not mean nothing, but I'm gonna write his name down so I can check him out. The Orb. That's a cool name, the Orb. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Any recommendations at all? Please, by any means. I am so here for recommendations. I do have to go piss real quick. Sorry, vulgar, I know, but just give me like an hour. I'm just kidding. Give me like a minute. I'm heading to sleep. Fun hanging with you again, Dylan. Have a great night. You have a great night as well, Maggie. And thank you so much for being here. Sleep well and sweet dreams. And I really do hope you check out Ren because he definitely deserves it. And I will be sure to sit down with Dijo. Is that how you pronounce it, Dijo? And then also listen to some Tame Impala. BRB sec. I'm gonna go be unhealthy outside and repent by getting more steps in. Yo, I need to start going on night walks. I need to do it again. It's just this is a good neighborhood, but there was a moment in time where people's cars were getting broken into, and I look like somebody who would break into someone's car with the way I dress. So it's pretty rough. Oh no, content creator's body. Sleep sweet, Maggie. Oh my god, y'all. Cricket is literally the best. Okay. This is gonna be okay. Everything in this fucking room, I'm about to be cursing like a goddamn sailor, is so goddamn finicky. Like I don't. It's like a puzzle. I have to solve a fucking puzzle and a riddle just to get out of this chair. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Oof, I tried to be so quiet about that, and good God, I hope it was successful. I mean, I guess maybe there is a way to like mute myself on here. Oh, there absolutely is. Well, there's that. Oh wait, I liked 2 Tame Impala songs in my Spotify apparently. Thanks for getting me to look. The only Tame Impala song I'm familiar with is the song that Rihanna covered for her Anti album. I didn't hear anything, I promise. Oh, thank God. Thank God Almighty. That would have been very, very intimate. Very intimate for everyone. Hopefully y'all can't hear my TV. I keep Batman animated series playing on a loop at all times. But there's like a faint volume to it. Shout out Batman. Shout out Bruce Wayne. Okay, let's see. Oh shit. Getting a little discombobulated. see. Okay, the next record I have sitting here is Lana Del Rey's Blue Bannisters album, which is absolutely my favorite Lana album, which is a hot take, but that is fine. I think it is her most intimate sounding record she has ever put out. It is you can hear every like background noise, every little ding, every little breath. And Lana is really, I don't know if y'all listen to Lana, but her work now, the more she's grown into her artistry, it shows, like with her lyricism, everything. And I absolutely love everything about Lana. Do you have a fave series or graphic novel for Batman? Honestly, I mean, kind of basic, but I guess I would say no, I would say Long Halloween, which is basic. But you know, cool story about that. Whenever the new Batman movie came out with Robert Pattinson, I went to, that was when I was living in Austin. I went to like a big fan event where they were playing it, and they had like comic books, like the Long Halloween comic book. It wasn't the entire comic; it was just like an excerpt of it, but it was drawn in a different style and with well, not a different style, but basically with Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson as like their face. It was really cool. I have two of those because my ex didn't give a fuck about it, so I took his. Oh, nice. I do listen to her. Yeah, she really is a force of nature. I mean, I recognize that once an artist gets to like a certain stratosphere, some people start to take them less seriously. But Lana is an artist that has always been so uh, great for me. I mean, everything about her artistry is just, it's absolutely wonderful and beautiful and cozy. And I love Lana. I think I think that she is um, definitely a big trendsetter for some of the pop girls nowadays. Every time she does something, it gets refurbished, but as worse version. But she's wonderful. Yeah, Blue Banister is my favorite album by her. But also, did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard is a wonderful album. That was actually the record that I had up here in my past like million videos. Her in the pink top. That was, did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? Her albums are kind of like movies, honestly. Meant to be digested all at once. Okay, I want to know if this is a safe space for this, and if it's not, then too bad. Taylor Swift. Big Swifty over here. I don't even know if I should get into it, but I love Taylor Swift. She is a legend for a reason. She is a legend for a reason. There's a lot to appreciate about Taylor Swift and how she appreciates her fans. Love Taylor Swift. Shout out Taylor Swift. Sponsor me, Taylor Swift. No, she's great. Okay, you know, I just said all of that, but then her newer album, Life of a Showgirl, I was having the worst day at work at the worst job I've ever had, Salad and Go, and Taylor Swift's new album was coming out that night, and I was like so excited. I was like, oh, this is it. I was like, this, I'm not gonna let anything ruin this day. And then it was the first Taylor Swift album ever that did not click with me, and I was pacing my room, and I was like, am I missing something? No, I wasn't. It's just not her best piece of work. Might end up being her most underwhelming piece of work in her discography, depending on how her next album goes. But a lot of people, there was like a resurgence for Taylor during COVID when she dropped her Folklore album and Evermore album back to back, the sister albums. It's not poppy. It's very, dare I say, alternative leaning, indie leaning. The production and the lyrics. So a lot of appreciation was shown for her after she dropped those albums because people were so over her. They were so done with her. They hated Taylor Swift. Good God Almighty, you've never seen people hate Taylor Swift so bad in your life. And then she dropped those two albums, and you're like, oh, there's something to her lyricism. She's actually a good artist. And it's like, just because you don't like pop music doesn't mean you can't appreciate when an artist is genuinely like a legend. She's phenomenal. Love Taylor Swift. What's the next one? Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't follow it up with another Taylor Swift. Let's do. I don't even know. I can't see what this. Oh, wow! Dylan has a lot of Taylor Swift records. Shocker. Okay, this is actually the last most recent vinyl I bought, which is Ariana Grande's "Brighter Days Ahead" Deluxe. I don't understand why people hate her. I mean, my dad. My dad always refers to her as the breakup girl, always singing about her boyfriends and her breakups and stuff. And I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, music is an expression for a reason. And if that's what she wants to fucking sing about, then by all means, like, she obviously does it well enough to be at the point where she's at. So if that's her vibe, that's her vibe. And you know what's crazy is that's definitely not her artistry as a whole, like, at all. It's just, always the breakup songs that get popular because that's what the general public likes. And then she gets flamed for it by the general public. It does not make sense. This is how much of a nerd I am. When I started collecting music, it was on floppy disk. Wow. Something to say to that, though. Or something to say about that. I don't think I've ever interacted with a floppy disk before. Don't cancel me. Don't make me post my first ever apology video on here. But Eternal Sunshine, Ariana Grande. Absolute. I mean, same can be said for Ariana. The way people just ridicule these women that make it big. It's like after they get to a certain point, it's like people see them as deserving of hate, and it's insane just because they don't enjoy pop music. There's a lot to these artists. Save icons. Hey, they're really enjoying your heated rivalry. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you. I really hope you're having a good night. Tonight, Euphoria, the new episode came out. So tomorrow I'm gonna be tomorrow watching Euphoria and the next episode of Heated Rivalry so that I can edit it and then get it out at a good time. Hey there. Oh no, you're not old. What a crap. Let's be honest, 40% of pop songs is about breaking up. 40% are about how much lust they have. Good. Let them talk about it. Let them talk about it. There's no shame in that. Giggle, floppy disk. I like what I like. Doesn't matter if it's popular or not. Exactly. I love expression of all forms, and if it's popular on the radio, then I think that's fine. There's a whole weird thing about how we as a public treat people who are more popular. Okay. There is a whole weird thing about how we as a public treat people who are more popular than they deserve. It reveals a lot about the complainers. I mean, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. But once you get an image slapped on you, especially when you started off like early, like 2010s and stuff, and once you get an image slapped on you, you cannot shake that shit off. But, shake it off, Taylor Swift. Shout out Taylor Swift. But I mean, she keeps doing it. You see that tour she went on? How she was literally altering the economies of the areas she was in? That was insane. The new Robyn album is incredible. Let me write that down. I was going through Robyn's albums one by one. That was in the very beginning of my YouTube journey. And I really enjoyed her debut studio album. The last one I reacted to, it's like her in a garden, I think, if I remember correctly, like greenery all around her. That was not my favorite. That actually it kind of turned me off, honestly, but that doesn't mean that I should have stopped listening to her music. It's just I was figuring out my channel at the time, and now I'm way more organized. Oh, good God, you would not believe. I am way more organized, and Robyn is an artist that definitely deserves attention and appreciation. Yeah. I've always wanted to sit down and listen to that album. Is it self-titled that Dancing on My Own is off of? That might be self-titled, but I could be mistaken about that. I've always wanted to sit down and listen to that album as a whole, but now that I'm, doing one by one with her in particular, I definitely need to wait on that. Case in point, Miley Cyrus. Shout out Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus has a voice that is, the older she gets, the richer it gets. It is insane. And her Plastic Hearts album was insane. Yeah, my favorite song is Really Real on the new one. Write that down just so I can remember that that's your favorite. I saw that she was coming out with, she had like, what, 3 singles for that album, or was it 2? Yeah, I need to listen to Robyn. I need to listen, or to more of Robyn, I should say. Whew, y'all. Don't forget to smash that like button. Gothamites, 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 Gothamites. That's clicking. That is clicking, Cricket. I like that. That is clicking. I love that, actually. Gothamites. Wow. Wow. How did I not fucking think of that? I'm sure I would have. Shout out Cricket, y'all. Y'all should go check out her content and subscribe to her, because me and her had the greatest conversation today. And she's genuinely such a chill person. Like I was saying earlier, you will not find a more chill person in your entire life. Leaky, is it Leaky, or I'm sure it's Leaky Lee, has a couple new singles too. Sorry, throwing a bunch away. No, do not apologize. I try to remind myself to keep asking for recommendations, like every 10 minutes. I've listened. There's one song by Leaky Lee that I do like. I could not tell you what it's called. I listened to it back in like 2019. Listened to it a lot. It's off her album that has a tiger on it. I think it was a tiger. Yes, indeed, liked earlier. Thank you, Shadow Song. I'm just spitballing here. Well, I mean, keep going. By all means. But anyways, yeah, Ariana Grande, Brighter Days Ahead. Great album for me, since, she's an artist I grew up with. Wonderful album. And then she did like a little mini short film for the deluxe version, which was really cool. I was not sober at the time that was happening, so I was having the time of my fucking life. Please react to Slater. I have definitely heard. Oh, Slater was featured on one of Kesha's deluxe tracks on Kesha's newest album, Period. Okay, I need a new piece of paper, or I'm gonna actively start confusing myself. Oh, here it is. Okay. Staying organized. Something to it. Oh, due to that conversation earlier, you are going to be inundated with beautiful boys and handsome girls from the K-pop world. Just simply, if I've got you. Yes, please, please, please. I do need to text you. Then from there, you can, if you want, send me a list. K-pop makes me nervous. Those K-pop fans, goddamn military over there. But at this point, I don't care. They're so dedicated. They're so dedicated. As they should be. Fan bases should be dedicated to a point. To a point. So, I mean, popular for a reason. I really don't know any K-pop songs. I know Blackpink's Ice Cream song because it had Selena Gomez on it, and it was originally supposed to be Ariana Grande. Yeah. That's actually, this record right here is another version of the Eternal Sunshine album. Very gorgeous. Very gorgeous. I got this one at a indie record store, actually. You know when you buy like a one disc album, you end up paying like $45 for it. It really makes you sit and wonder like, well, what the fuck? Being a fan of something, fandoms as entities, often not the best. Yeah, you know, I was talking about that in my other live, if you remember, like the Resident Evil fan base. She's gorgeous. She is gorgeous. She is absolutely gorgeous. Her voice is gorgeous. Like, I mean, nobody can deny that Ariana Grande has an absolute voice on her. Whether you actually enjoy her like album or art or lyricism, that's up to you. But her voice is phenomenal. Nicholas, you sent a message, but it says the message was redacted. Halsey features in a BTS tune. Wait. On Halsey's Manic album, she had a BTS member have an interlude on that album. Or the Heated Rivalry fan base. You know, I'm going to be so serious. Everyone that has been interacting with me from the Heated Rivalry fan base have been really freaking cool. But I can only imagine, when you get into like platforms like Twitter or X and stuff like that, people go very hard for things, as they should if they're passionate about it. But there's a difference between being passionate and being hateful and negative. React to Gala and Hypnotized by XG. XG. Is that a K-pop group? And if not, I'm sorry, no disrespect. Wait. Gala. 1 second, y'all. Just to let y'all know that I already have a list of things from my previous live, so it might be a few weeks before some of these videos get pumped out. Yes, had an autocorrect, haha. Okay, for a second I was like, damn, what did he say? Your comments have been good. Big toxic wave is mostly Twitter and mostly done. I was talking to Cricket earlier about how I haven't been on Twitter since 2022, and it was when Taylor Swift's Midnight's album was coming out, and I couldn't handle it anymore. People suck the fun out of everything. Everything's a joke nowadays, so I just try to, yes, XG is K-pop, period. I legitimately don't count the toxic fans as fans at all. Yeah. Did y'all see some of the comments in my first Ren video? The Ren fan base is absolutely beautiful, and I love them. There were a few Ren fans that were very nasty. I got called a swine, which has never happened to me in my life before. So I'm happy it happened at least once, honestly. But if you start having strongly negative perceptions to the characters, they will come for you. Oh, I left Twitter the day Elon arrived. I had friends who previously worked there and knew exactly what was coming. I still can't believe he bought that shit. I really can't believe it. How much power do you need? And when I say power, I mean power. He's a fucking freak. He's a freak. With all that money and all those ideas that he has, what the fuck has he done? OMG, that's terrible. This Shadow song, I was nervous because I had never had that kind of hate before on my channel. So I kind of took it as like a milestone for my channel, for sure. And some of the hate comments honestly have me cracking up though, because people get really creative. They get goddamn creative. What, a swine? Oh, that's not okay. I know, but like I said, I've never been called a swine before, so that is definitely a milestone for me. I don't know. Oh, and my last recommendation is the album Take Me Back to Eden by Sleep Token. Sleep Token, I feel like I've heard that name before. Maybe you'll enjoy it. It's not K-pop or pop. Oh. Wait. By the way, y'all, I do have a Instagram. Wait, let me finish writing this out. I do have a back to Eden. Take Me Back to Eden by Sleep Token. So if anybody ever wants to send me any like recommendations, or if they ever just want to chat, you can. I don't know how messaging works on TikTok. I keep saying people can message me on TikTok, but I don't I don't know if that's an option. I mean, I know it's an option, but I think you have to like follow. But I follow everyone back that follows me on TikTok, so. So I guess yeah, you can message me on TikTok if you want, and Instagram. I was gonna type in my email in here earlier, but I don't see an option to type anything in, which is kind of crazy. Um, Maybe they were German. Maybe, you know, my dad's German, and I'm adopted, so that does not make me German. But my dad is German. I don't understand people. Yeah, I don't know, but I definitely there's none of that anymore on my channel in regards to the Ren fan base, and I am so grateful for that. And I'm honestly grateful that because I'm kind of a little bitch sometimes. So after that happened, I was like, ooh, okay, I need to take a step back from that. But no, I kept going and I kept pushing myself to hear more from him and to see more from him, and I'm really glad that I did. Yeah, how the hell are those? Wait, yeah, how the hell are those fans? If anything, they're just haters who use the fan label as something to hide behind. I don't know, Sarah. Some people are just miserable in life, and I think what matters most is that we're happy. You know, um, always, and pray for people like that. Honestly, pray for people like that. I feel like after you reach a certain age, it's hard to shake off some of those bad personality traits that you have. Um, so I just, like I said, just pray for them. Pray that they find some kind of peace. I think it's more about poor emotional regulation. Oh yeah, I had this one guy who I still think about to this day. He was cutting up in my comments and my Ren videos. He um he was going to town. I still think about him. He said one comment to me that I'm not even gonna lie, I still think about when I'm getting ready for my videos. Which there's something to be said about that. There really is something to be said about that. Was the comment negative? Yeah, but did I pull something informative and a critique, an actual critique, and something positive out of it? I definitely did. I don't. He was critiquing in a hateful way, but I took it as feedback. Good night, everyone. So happy I caught alive for a short time. Hope everyone has a good evening. You have a good evening. You have a good evening as well, Nicholas, and I hope you have sweet dreams. Thank you so much for being here. 100%. If someone I follow says something I really disagree with, I go with, I disagree with this. Here's how I see it. Not hard to do that instead of going ballistic. Yeah, if they are truly awful, then end following. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, because we never stop growing and like learning how to be better people, but sometimes people are so comfortable, especially if they're in an environment of absolute just hate and anger and just being miserable all the time. If you don't push yourself to find beauty and happiness and kindness in things, then I feel like you're just stuck. But everyone can make that effort, and maybe something just has to happen in that person's life for them to take a step back and be like, wow, I could be a nicer person to everyone. And like I said, we can only pray for people like that. And we should pray for people like that. One second. What a vibe tonight, y'all. What a vibe. I'm having a good time. I used to get really scared at the idea of going live, but that last live I did, when I thought it was so chill, it was so fun that I had a little bit of nerves getting ready for this one, but I don't know. I'm feeling better about this. Going live on TikTok though, that's a whole other beast. Me and Cricket were talking about this earlier. I feel like people on TikTok would like track me down and like murder me. You know what I mean? If someone comes into my live and they don't like me. So glad to catch another live. It's been a couple of weeks since it has been a couple of weeks since the last Dracula. Definitely part of my filming schedule for today's Sunday. What time is it? 11? So this week, definitely part of that. I'm reading Dracula, and I'm also now reading The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. It is the prequel to the Hunger Games series about President Snow. President Snow. Donald Sutherland. Shout out Donald Sutherland. What a phenomenal actor he was. Good God. We'll never have another like him. And what a voice on that man. What an absolute voice on that man. I would let him narrate my whole life. Absolutely. But yes, I do need to sit down and read some Dracula. I know this sounds dumb, but I do have to like mentally prepare myself for reading Dracula because I fumble my words a lot with that book, and for some reason it pisses me off. And I'm trying to be better at that because I'm allowed to make mistakes. It's just kind of embarrassing sometimes. Oh shit, are you starting that one this week? Because I haven't read that one yet. I actually have the first chapter read on. I didn't post it on YouTube. No, because if I posted it on YouTube, they would have taken that shit down on Patreon. Patreon. Also, anyone in here that wants to be on my Patreon, like no charge, just email me. My email is Gotham Knight Life, LIFE, the number 4 at gmail.com, and I will add you to that. Gotham Knight Life 4 at gmail.com. Gotham Knight Lights was taken on Gmail, and I was like, what the fuck? God, I really wish I could type shit in here. I really don't think I can. There's a down arrow button. What does this mean? Okay. That's some AI shit right there. Never mind. Gotcha. I feel like book presentations are poorly policed on YouTube. I find audiobooks uploaded all the time. That said, it's not worth trying it. Yeah, true. Well, I mean, if they copyright strike it and take it down, as long as I don't appeal that shit, I think it's called appealing, it'll be fine. It just wouldn't be on my channel anymore. And my reading really is not a lot of editing. I think it took me like 15 minutes to edit my reading, cutting out some gaps of silence, which sometimes adds to an atmosphere. But there were some very long gaps of silence in that one, so I was like, oh, gotta fix that. Excuse me, all this coffee is hitting. I used to read books on YouTube, but I kept getting strikes. Oh, okay, see. Okay, bet. What books did you used to read on YouTube? I would click on your profile to see if you're still making content, Shadow Song, but I feel like if I click on your profile, it might. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, yeah, see, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything at all. I was thinking of after Dracula, well, definitely gonna read Frankenstein, the 1818 edition. There are of course a lot of books out of copyright, but if you want to read modern stuff, that's right out. Yeah, exactly. But like I've said, I've been trying to integrate things that I truly love and enjoy on this channel, and reading is one of them. So Dracula has always been on my list of, I've had the book for years. It's a really pretty edition of the book too. And then I also wanted to read the new, or Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, because I want to read the newer Hunger Games book, but I just don't think I'm ready for that yet. Hold on. There, Somewhere in Time was the only one I did, LOL. I've never heard of Somewhere in Time. Have you ever thought about maybe just like doing like a audio like podcast edition of it, and then just posting readings on a podcast platform that isn't like strict? Shout out Mary Shelley. Mary Shelley. Did y'all see that new Bride of Frankenstein movie that came out? I haven't seen it yet, but I really am intrigued. I should reread Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I had to read it in high school, and I think some of the implied emotional context missed me. Yeah, there's a lot of depth to these monster books. A lot of depth. Just sent the email. Don't watch any from the list until you finish the series. Okay, bet. Thank you, Sarah. Woo! Thank you. and I definitely will wait to watch it. I don't know. You know what I'm shocked by? Because I post my Heated Rivalry edited videos on TikTok. I don't get any heated rivalry videos on my TikTok. Honestly, y'all should see what the fuck I get on TikTok. It's the dumbest shit, but it cracks me up. It cracks me up. Oh, and I want to shout out. There's this woman goes live and she calls it The Villa, and it's like a gay dating show, and it's usually just a bunch of like women in these different boxes, and you would think that it's like a dating show, but it's not. They just fight with each other the entire time, and it cracks me the fuck up. I have a field day when I get on that live. I don't. I don't know. It's hard to do. I loved the challenge, but I don't know. Hmm. Definitely think about it though, if you want. Like if that's something you'd be interested in doing. Haven't seen The New Bride, but the original was better than Frankenstein. I have yet to see the new Frankenstein with Jacob Elordi in it, which is shocking because it's a Guillermo del Toro film, and I love everything that he does, and I do need to sit down and watch that. Um, yeah, I really do, but I'm gonna read the book first. Thank God you don't get any HR content spoiler. Seriously, yeah, no, I absolutely don't see anything about. My feed is literally stupid memes, like meme videos. I've been getting a lot of Among Us videos lately, cracking me up, and then also a lot of Batman stuff. I've trained my algorithm well. What is this trick talk? JK, JK. It's interesting the concept of Bride of Frankenstein is a Hollywood creation from when they were treating Frankenstein as generic monster feature. Yeah, it's a Maggie Gyllenhaal film, right? Um, with Christian Bale. First of all, put Christian Bale in something, I'll watch it. What a man. Um, I don't know. I will watch it. I could watch The Bride of Frankenstein, or I think it's just called The Bride. Actually, I feel like there wouldn't be any spoilers in that, but not the new Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein movie just yet. I love Christian Bale. What a man! What a man! He's 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 his ability to blend into any role is insane. I mean the 1940s films. Oh, okay. I definitely haven't seen those. Yeah, definitely haven't. I'm just so into just literature in that vein, honestly. Brings me joy. Brings me joy. I just can't imagine reading it when they first came out, like in that time period. I feel like people were fucked up. Like a house, or not a housemaid, like a little, what do you call them? Like a Victorian lady reading Dracula. Like, can you imagine? They're only interesting if you are into film history as entertainment. They're pretty poop. Film history. Am I interested in film history? Honestly, in regards to things that I'm already passionate about, yeah. But so, yeah. Maybe I won't check them out. I don't know. All I know is I want to watch that Guillermo del Toro one very badly, and it also has Mia Goth in it. I keep talking about this movie on this channel, but have y'all seen Pearl? It is crazy. Mia Goth is insane, insanely talented, insanely talented. It's crazy. It's crazy. Love Mia Goth. Love her. She was actually, I think she was married. She was either married or engaged or dating one of them to Shia LaBeouf. But apparently Shia LaBeouf was, I don't think I could say this on YouTube. He was hurting her. Victorian ladies would never. They need a fainting couch for their fainting couch. Good God, I want a fainting couch. You know how fun that would be. Mia is so good. She is absolutely phenomenal. I would love to see her and more. She was in that one movie with one of the Scars guards. Very weird movie. Infinity Pool. That's what it is. I can never remember the name of that movie. Infinity Pool. She was great in that. There are plenty of historical films that are entertaining, so even if that was an interesting topic, I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, I mean, I don't. My intake of like lately of watching stuff, mostly while I'm editing, is Batman. Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series, Batman Returns. Geez, that's sad to me because I watched him when he was so young. Yeah, he struggles a lot with his sobriety, and it is very clear whenever you see some of the stuff that he does, and it's unfortunate. You know, when I was in a sober living house, they loved him over there. They love Shia LaBeouf in that sober living house because I think he either went on a podcast or he has a podcast. One of those. The roots of horror fascinate me as a coherent genre. It's recent, but scary folktales are like forever and always, and definitely the blueprint for a lot of what we get today. Infinity Pool was so clever. Oof, I had a really weird experience when I went to go see it. I was on a date with the guy, and it was pretty crazy. But Mia Goth can save anything. Mia Goth can save anything, even a bad night. Shia went bonkers in his late teens. It's sad, really. I only hope he's getting help. Yeah. I mean, that's all you can do. You can just pray and pray, or hope if you're not into praying, that somebody is able to become a better version of themselves. He's very talented. Victorian ladies had invented a bit of furniture to lie down so they could still show off their dresses. The Chase Lounge. Oh, I've heard of the Chase Lounge. Have y'all ever seen or read Bridgerton? I've never seen Bridgerton, but I've been reading Bridgerton, and the books are actually very entertaining. Like, I mean, the first book was kind of a dud, and I'm glad I pushed through to the second one because after the second one, it's good. It is very good. I feel like that's our job, to become better versions of ourselves. Yeah, most definitely. You know, like playing off of what I was saying earlier, like we constantly evolve and we shouldn't become accustomed and comfortable regardless of like environment or family or whatever to how we are and how we react to things. We're allowed to become better people. It's just the putting in the work part. And a lot of people, shocker, don't put the work in. Because like I said, people get very accustomed to how they live their life. Especially if they surround themselves with people in the same vein as them, then it becomes very comfortable to be like that. Comfortable is okay sometimes, but reflecting and accepting challenges are needed. Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. I sobriety has definitely done a lot for me in regards to that. And the steps that I took to make sure I wasn't the person that I used to be. Because I was not the best version of myself before I got sober. Shocker. But haven't seen Bridgerton, but Jonathan Bailey is fantastic in Fellow Travelers. Haven't seen Fellow Travelers, but I saw Jonathan Bailey in Wicked, and then I saw him in the new Jurassic World movie. Very attractive man. Very nice energy coming from him. Also, fuck that new Jurassic Park movie. I'll say it. It's so ass. Are you okay in Texas? I grew up in Louisiana, but finally escaped to New York. Yeah, I live in Texas. Well, I grew up in Oklahoma, but live in Texas now. I always say that Texas is a good place for me, or, I mean, I'm not complaining about it as a, like where I'm at in my life right now, but once I'm ready to have a family and settle down and raise some kids, it won't be in Texas. It won't be in Texas. New York, though, I mean, who doesn't want to go to New York? What a vibe. I'm definitely a city guy, but I do love my small spurts of countryside mixed in. Connect to the following: ASMR voices and flooded basements. Oh my god, that's so ominous. ASMR voices and flooded basements. Why am I thinking Evil Dead? I'm afraid to watch fellow travelers. Reminder to limit self-docking. Although I guess you gave some info earlier. I live. Oh, I see what you're saying. I lived in New York City for a year. I found I didn't like it. No. Listen, I don't go out. I don't do shit. I stay home 24/7. But I just the vibe of the city, the lights, the the sounds, the sirens, the cars. I don't know. I love it, but I don't go out, so I'm not. I don't crave the city for like clubs and shit. I'm way past that. Even before I got sober, I was not a clubbing guy at all. Too much going on over there. Um, I'm not in the city. I'm in the middle of nowhere near Canada. Period. There's something to say about the middle of nowhere. Very tight knit. I mean, the right ASMR voice will give me a flooded basement. Cricket. Speak your fucking truth. Speak your truth. Granted, I lived in a more dangerous version of New York City than it is now, but it has a lot of positives, but it's also intense. Yeah, yeah. So you put so many people in one place, it can definitely get intense. New York City is my heart. I lived there for ages and I miss it terribly. Hello, uh, AGUS Roca. Greetings from Buenos Aires. Hi, greetings from the States. Greetings from Texas. I hope you're having a good day or night so far. Yeah, I could imagine missing New York City, especially if you blended in very well with the environment there. People are nosy, but it's very safe here. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. That does come with small communities, as everybody knows everybody's business. Absolutely. I'm just happy that I didn't get outed until I moved away from my school to Texas. And then who I thought was my best friend, shout out Fantasy. Her name was Fantasy, by the way. Her name was Fantasy Paul. Anyway, she outed my ass out after I moved away, which was fine because I wasn't there anymore. Um, Agus Ros. Why did I say that with an accent? Agus Rosca, greetings from San Francisco, the USA one. Shout out San Fran. Shout out San Fran. You know, my goal, or where I feel like I'd be happiest, is Seattle. Because I live for gloomy weather, and I used to think maybe that was just like maybe it wasn't as dominant over there as I thought it was, but everyone I've talked to about Seattle, just the first thing they bring up is how rainy it is over there, and I thrive in that kind of weather. I absolutely thrive. I'm gonna start storming outside. Y'all should have seen the storm last night. I got 2 warnings on my phone, and I still didn't leave. You know, Oklahoma, we were getting fucking tornado warnings all the time. San Francisco was super friendly in the early 90s. Affordability and tech bros have left a mark. Yeah, they sure have a tendency to do that. To suck the life and enjoyment out of fucking everything. To make everything harder on everyone. It's fucked up. Yeah, it's fucking snowing here right now because of course it is. Cricket, the things I would do. The fucking things I would do to have some goddamn snow outside my apartment right now. They're ungodly things. I love snow. And we haven't gotten snow in Texas in a while. We get ice. We get like 400 feet of ice now. It's crazy. And then if y'all know the drivers, how people drive out here in Texas, it's like, it's insane. You would think that they've never driven before in their life. You know, one of my exes actually reached out to me whenever the ice storm last happened, which, number one, he had no business reaching out to me, but he did. And he was telling me how he, like, wrecked his car because he was going to work. And I was like, when there was ice on the road? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, that sounds like a skill issue. If you're going to work while there is 4 feet of ice on the road, 4 feet, obviously it wasn't that much, but It snowed at my house all day today. Oh my god, y'all are killing me. Y'all are actually killing me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Chow is about to let it go. You know what? I talked all my shit about Disney earlier. I like Frozen. I like some of the Frozen songs. Sue me. I haven't seen the second one though. I've heard it's pretty bad. I guess I don't like it enough to watch the sequel, but the first Frozen, that shit was actually good. I have not yet been issued my tauntaun. I'm displeased about it. Just don't hurt the tauntaun, no matter how cold you get. No matter how cold you get. Ice can really sneak up on you. Sometimes it's just a minor thing, then suddenly you have no control at all. Yes, very true. But we were on like day 3 of like thick ice on the road, and at that point I didn't even bother asking why he went, because he was like telling me how he regretted how things went in the relationship. I was like, oh yeah, man. I was like, I hope you've been good. And then immediately I was reminded why we shouldn't be together, because he is a very miserable person, and he was updating me on every miserable factor of his life, which I was there to listen to. But God, I was like, and also he has a boyfriend right now. Was the other weird thing when he was reaching out to me, and that just felt very icky, 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 icky. By the way, changing the subject, great reaction from you to the heated rivalry chapters. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm really proud of those videos. I'm proud of everything on this channel, because I really put my all into it. I really do. The editing with just everything. So I really appreciate that compliment. Thank you. Dumping is so fun. I used to think I wanted to live in a big city. Every time I would go to Frankfurt or Munich, but life always kept me in small villages. Hmm. So are you saying that you're still, like, you have only visited the big cities before? Like, you haven't lived in one before yet? Canadian here. It's snowing and everyone's upset about it. I'm not complaining because I love all weather. God, I wish I loved all weather. I wish I had that in me. Maybe once I get out of Texas, I can start appreciating the sun again, but no. And then my dumbass fell asleep while I was outside laying by the pool with my best friend. So there is something to say that I'm actively making things worse for myself. Canadian, wait, okay, wait. Much love to Canada. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Compare, I don't live there, so it's probably easy for me to think this. But looking from the outside on Canada, it looks like they have their shit figured out over there. I didn't find Frankfurt overwhelming. I only spent a few days there though. Frankenfurter, waves from 2 hours south of Thunder Bay. I've never heard of Thunder Bay, but what a sick ass name. Never lived in a big city. Kind of thankful, as I think I have greater bonds with village people and found I value the people who come from small towns. Excuse me. Yeah, like I was saying, there is something. I mean, I've never lived in a. Oh, excuse me, this coffee. I've never lived in a village before, but definitely in a small town, and there's something to appreciate about the community, everything about it. Um, Thunder Bay is in Ontario, Canada. Like I said, I love that name. Thunder Bay. Hey, I'm from Thunder Bay. That'd be so sick. Instead, I have to say, hey, I'm from Texas. Canada is doing well in some ways, but is really struggling with cost of living more than most everyone is. Really? Are they really? Like I said, I really don't know what's going on over there in Canada, but the things that I do know, makes me take a step back and be like, wow, it seems like they do have some shit figured out over there. But like I said, I don't live there, so um, yeah, housing costs are insane. Oof, yeah, it's life. Okay, no, life does not suck. I'm not gonna say that. It trying to build a life nowadays is near impossible. Near impossible. I mean, the idea of having a family and having kids should not be scary, especially if you're somebody that's prepared and have a loving wife or husband. You shouldn't be scared to have a child or to build something with someone just because of how fucking expensive everything is. And yet here we are. Not to throw shade, but more to say we're all struggling. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the world. I mean, what a world. I don't know. Let me put let me put my low power mode on. Maybe I should be doing that from the very start of this live. That would probably be smart. Parts of Canada have our shit figured out, relatively speaking, but one part want to join the U.S. and is actively trying to become the U.S. It's horrifying. Yeah, no, that's a horror movie. That is an actual horror movie. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I never had kids. Too many out there need homes. Yeah. Um, like I said earlier, my mom and dad adopted my brother and I, and it was because she can't have children, but she adopted my brother and I, and she always speaks about how there's so many kids out there that need homes, especially when I bring up having kids in the future. Culture shock when I read To Kill a Mockingbird and they didn't know what to do about snow in their efforts to make a snowman with the meager supply of snow. I read To Kill a Mockingbird in school actually. People read Wuthering Heights in school. Can you imagine reading Wuthering Heights in school? What on earth? Which part of Canada wants a part of this crazy? No, y'all, no, yeah, fight back, fight back. Don't let it happen. Some things over here are so beyond fucked up that it's gonna take countless years to fix. I don't know how much of a digression to pull this chat to politics, but you can read about Albertan separatists. I used to work in the foster care system, so after that, I just decided I might adopt. Yeah, like I said, my mom always encourages me to um, adopt all the time when I bring up kids. Wow, I am whispering. My mom encourages me to adopt when she encourages everyone to adopt. Um, Mostly because she did it. I used to. We're sorry. That's absolute madness. Thank you for letting me know. I'll check that out. Oh, sorry. I'm glad we get to talk about some of these things, though. Honestly. Um. Ooh, my neck. Oh, listen to this, y'all. My nails on my necklace. Caught up with some of your past live videos, and what in that saga with your past job was wild. Yes, it was. Oh my god, Dustin, you just activated me. I am lucky I got the fuck out of there. Fuck Salad and Go. Y'all don't eat at Salad and Go. They laid us off with 3 days of notice. So fuck Salad and Go. Fuck that entire company. Fuck the worst managers you've ever seen in your entire life getting hired. Oh my god. Absolutely miserable over there. But thank you, Dustin. Thank you. Woo. Short version is Alberta has a lot of oil industry stuff, and those companies do employee indoctrination stuff that, among other things, feeds the separatists. Sorry, I'm not burping, I promise. This coffee is, it's in my veins. We adopted twice because hospitals said we couldn't catch naturally, and then we did. Wow. Wow. What a blessing. What a blessing. That is absolutely beautiful, Matt. And making you come out of the female staff. What was that about? Oh my god, I know. I was flabbergasted. Listen, I'm a very, very nice person. And when I meet people and I'm asking them questions, it's because I genuinely care about the answer. So if I'm asking you what your favorite movie is, it's because I really want to know what your favorite movie is. It's not because I want to fuck you. No, and that's how Salad and Go treated me. And then my fucking manager pulled me outside and told me that some of his girls felt weirded out by me. And then so I had to make it very clear that I was a homosexual. And I did that by wearing my Lady Gaga shirt to my next shift. I said, damn. Um, They're enough to make noise, but not enough to accomplish anything. But noise can be a problem. Clean up aisle, Cricket's basement, and so that whispering. Cricket, I'm excited for your live. I'm excited for your live. Ever since I turned this low battery mode on, though, my I don't know why I haven't thought about that. I don't know. I need to look up a YouTube video or something about things you can do on live, because I really feel like there should be an option for me to type something in here. But I just don't want to press the wrong thing. That's hilarious and such a shame at the same time. No, it was flabbergasting. And he was gay. Like, you would think we'd have some kind of camaraderie there, but no, he did not like me at all. Quite literally ignored me during Rush of all times. He wanted nothing to do with me. He was a very nasty guy. Very nasty guy. I'll definitely be checking that out. Were you able to find a new job? No. I'm gonna be so honest. All of my time has been invested into this channel as of late, and I am really hoping to get to a point where I can make this something that I do with my life, because I have never been happier in my entire life, and I have worked many jobs. Being an addict, I have worked and lost many jobs, so I've had my run around. I do love customer service, though, because I really do love people and getting to know people and getting to know regulars. But I don't know. I really want this to work out for me, and I'm blessed enough to be in a position right now where I can really focus on that. Well, I say that, but then something happened this morning that I don't really want to get into, but I'm trying my hardest to do as much as I can to make sure that this is something that I can do for as long as I can, for as long as people have me, because I have okay, let me respond to these, absolute joy in everything I do in regards to this channel. Hold on. The weirdest shit happens in so many workplaces that this world functions at all is beyond me. It is beyond as well. I've always been so cool and chill with my coworkers. But that was not what that was. Everyone thought I wanted to fuck them. I was shocked. I was like, y'all, I've been celibate for like a year now. I promise you're safe. But also, there is something to say. I never want to make anyone uncomfortable, especially a woman. The other day I was trying to get on the elevator, and this woman was with her dog, and I tried to make it like I was jangling my keys and stuff so she would hear me coming up, because she was alone in the elevator. And then I just like popped up, and I felt so bad because she was scared. And I was like, I am so sorry. I really tried to announce myself. Anyway, so I never want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, but I don't think asking someone's favorite movie should, and being nice. I mean, if someone's not used to someone being nice, I could see them kind of taking a step back and being like, wow, this rando is being really nice to me. Maybe he wants to fuck me. But at the same time, that's not my problem. I think being nice should be a very common thing. I do need to get going to prepare for my show tonight, but your old boss sounds like a complete bitch. Yeah, he was. Trevor, what do I want to say? You suck. I pray that, one thing I do at the end of each night is I do pray, but I also add in 2 or 3 people that I don't enjoy, and I pray for them, and over time I just let things go. But Trevor, good God, he left a stain on my life. But I will definitely try and make that live if I'm able to. I'm not sure how much longer this one's going to go on. Oh, you're about to. And I was like, no, you just make me uncomfortable. That makes sense, and your YouTube subs are multiplying. It is work. It is definitely I say smart with my time, but when I say that, I mean I'm up all the time now. Like, I drink, which is not healthy, so I know that, but I drink a lot of coffee, and and then when I know I'm gonna film, I make sure I get my rest, so I'm there, you know what I mean? But when it comes to when I have my stuff filmed and I'm editing, it's like sometimes, all the time, most of the time, I lose my sense of have time, but I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. I am trying so hard. Don't even get me started on how the queer community is so divided like that. Like, what do you mean we meet in the wild and you immediately hate me? Yeah, I have not been in like a. I have not seen myself around a lot of queer people for quite a while. But Heated Rivalry has kind of opened that up for me, and I'm actually grateful for it because the amount of lovely comments that I get, especially from older men expressing their appreciation for the show, it really makes my day. It really makes my day, and so far everyone has been very kind in that fan base, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But that's also like an over the internet kind of thing. Like I don't go out to gay clubs or gay bars or anything. I don't use that goddamn Grinder app. But you know what? Grinder, sponsor me if you want. Fuck that app. The last time I did anything on there, I spent 15 or no, I spent an hour getting ready, 15 minutes, and then I was back home. I was like, I'm never doing that again. Not to try to spin the story of women being the problem. That's definitely not usually the problem. Not to try to spin the story of women being the problem. That's definitely not usually. Oh yeah, no. Trevor literally sucks. Yeah, Trevor, you suck. You suck. Literally and metaphorically. Being bisexual is difficult for me because people think I'm just attracted to everyone. Not true. You know, my best friend Ari is bisexual, and she talks about that quite a bit to me. Um, but I can totally see how it gets extra annoying. It's been sorry, hold on, Jay Rodman. It's been a great evening, y'all. Love to you a lot. Happy to see you later, Dylan. I will be there, depending on how my battery goes or my energy. Much love to you, Cricket, always, and I'll be sure to reach out to you, regardless if I make the live or not. But I would love to be there. Um, I can totally see how it gets extra annoying. Uh, yeah, moral of the story: I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable ever. I just hate that some people aren't accustomed to kindness and they take it as a in a completely wrong way, because that means that that person has not experienced a lot of kindness in their life, and that's not their fault, but it threw me for a loop. You know, earlier when I was talking about that Taylor Swift album release, that's what happened. Then when he pulled me out and told me that some of his girls felt uncomfortable because of me, and I was like, I'm not gonna let this ruin my day. I have the Taylor Swift album to look forward to, and then it was the most mid Taylor Swift album I've ever heard in my life, and I was like, what is going on today? I stepped away from queer community for decades and heated rivalry. Y'all would not believe how hard it is for me to say that word. Heated rivalry had us all meeting together again at gay clubs this past month. People I haven't seen in years. Oh, sir, I love that. I absolutely loved that. Good God. I loved that. The fact that it was people you haven't seen in years either. Wow. What a catch up. I hope it was good catching up. You know what I mean? I would love to go to like a gay something, but I I get really nervous in regards to my sobriety, so I don't know. When I think of gay community now, I mean now that I have this channel, it's completely different, but what I'm so accustomed to is just like the bar scene and the club scene and all that, and I cannot risk losing myself again, especially when this is something I'm really passionate about and making very ingrained into my life as a whole. I cannot risk slipping up again. Yeah, I was legit crying. That is beautiful, Sarah. That is absolutely beautiful. I really am happy that, you know, I mean, the fact that a show can be so powerful, like powerful enough in the way to bring a community together back again like that is crazy. It's crazy. I feel much more comfortable playing board games with gays or whatever than a club. Yeah, I mean, but how do you go about that? Like, how do you make these friends without going to the clubs or being on like Grinder? You know what I mean? And that is coming from someone that does not leave his house. So I'm genuinely asking, like, Should I like is there like a gay book club or something I should go to, or like um I don't know, uh like a queer coffee shop maybe, possibly. Our Pride Society started a book club. They meet in coffee shops midday to create space without drugs, alcohol. Our Pride Society. Wow. God, that sounds very endearing. But I don't know. When something like that comes across me where I live, I'll definitely check it out. It's just hard for me to find things like that in my area because, like I said, I don't go out ever. I don't know. I went to regular board games at the game store for a while and made friends. Maybe it's just the luxury of where I live. Regular board games. At the game store for a while. Is that like essentially? I mean, I'm not saying this is the same thing at all, but is that like when people get together to play D&D? Maybe just getting together and playing board games like in like a in a building, or is this like a friend group thing like at someone's house? Volunteering in queer community and or make your own queer family through Discord. Ooh, that people keep talking about some Discord. I I don't know. I'm just nervous. I'm just nervous because I really don't know shit about Discord, but I didn't know shit about YouTube either, and yet here I am. Um, yeah, I guess I just need to set a day aside and look into what Discord even is. Some of the worst social experiences I've ever had come from gays, and I am one. Yeah, the last prominent uh, gay man I had in my life was a old coworker who took me in for a few days when I was homeless, and so I don't know. I've never been a part of like a big gay community before, just more like one-on-one things. But even that was quite a bit ago. Feels like something you could start. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Come to Brazil. You know what? Fuck it. At this point, why not? Also, I hope you're having a good day so far. At EUDESMELO. I'm so good at spelling. Game stores host events to play Magic, D&D, board games, all the things they sell. Okay, bet. I've been to those once, not too long ago. Not to play a game or anything, but one of my old coworkers was wanting to buy some dice. I say not too long ago, but that was definitely 2024. But to me, that's not too long ago because my social interactions have been reduced to this. But he went to go buy some new dice, and they had really cool dice over there. I was shocked. It made me want to have a reason to use dice to increase their sales. Board game cafes are definitely spaces for queer community. You know, I live right outside of a big city. Um, Let me see. Hold on. Just something for me to look into later. Okay. Did the old coworker want more? That wouldn't be surprising. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Want more? Oh, more from me? Oh no, no. I think he's in his mid 50s and he's married. I mean, not to say that if someone's married, they don't, fuck around on their partner. But I really wasn't getting that vibe from him. He just was really always very kind to me, which I'll be forever grateful for. Discord is so overwhelming, huh? I can offer my help with setup. Just let me know. Oof, Sarah. You, eventually, because I just started, my Patreon. So I have my Patreon and then YouTube, and trying to keep up with my YouTube comments while also the Patreon, and I don't know if I can throw Discord into the mix until I get more of a handle on what I'm doing right now. But I mean, I guess it's a fun idea. I guess I just have to figure out what to do on Discord. I don't know what you're supposed to do on Discord. Discord is an ongoing cost, so I'm not sure you want to jump into it. By cost, I mean another set of cats to herd. Y'all, I'm so conflicted. I'm conflicted as fuck when it comes to Discord. I've had quite a few people mention it to me. I don't know. I don't know. Totally just got coffee all over me. I mean, if it happens, it happens, I guess. I just definitely, I don't have too much on my plate. I'm making sure of that. But I have enough on my plate right now that I'm still trying to figure out how to maneuver. I make it happen. I would rather it be more of a clean process. The point of it is to have a place to chat. If you want a place to chat about something, it's useful. If you don't, so kind of like Reddit. Is that so? It's like the same thing as Reddit. Maybe Reddit scares me too. Mostly because I used to look up places I was applying to and like how people that worked there felt about it, and I never saw anything but people hating on the job, and it would make me nervous, so I had to stop doing that. Live chat like this, but persistent and with named channels for topics. I mean, that would come in handy for recommendations eventually. You know, right now I do offer out, like, I do try to make sure to put in all of my descriptions for my videos, my TikTok and Instagram, so people can reach out to me about recommendations. I need to start putting my email in there. I was going to drop my email in this chat, but like I've said for the millionth time, it's non-existent. I don't see a single option for that, which is insane. Which is absolutely insane. YouTube. Shout out YouTube. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. What a life. What a life. Did you want us to put your email in this chat? Oh, you know what? Yeah, that'd be really cool. And then, oh, you know what? I think earlier when I clicked on someone's profile, it showed me the option to pin. Yeah, if you actually, yeah, that would be really cool. It would be, if you're ready, Gotham Knight Life, LIFE, the number 4 at gmail.com. Well, we really just come together around here. Thank you, Dustin. And then I could pin that. Yeah. Yeah, that checks. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be so honest. I'm totally not in the vibe to go through my record collection anymore, so I'm just gonna sit here and chat. So if I just stare at the screen, stare back, I guess. You can attach an email address to your YouTube channel somehow, though it gets tons of spam, so... Oh yeah, I don't want spam. I know I can add it to my description, I'm sure. Or just start adding it, or like my bio on YouTube, and then I can start adding it to the description boxes. You know? I feel like that would be good. You know, because I'm going to say something. I did start charging for my Patreon $3 paywall. And I know I shouldn't feel guilty, but I just hate the idea of anyone feeling excluded from being able to watch my content because of a paywall. But like I was saying earlier, I definitely am trying to make this a thing that I can do for my life. And I don't know. I feel guilty in ways in regards to that. I don't know what else I was supposed to do if I wanted to continue to elevate on this channel, like to get better equipment, get better mic, and you know what I mean. And I swear I am not like fishing for any, uh, any affirmations or anything. I'm being so honest right now. I feel bad because I don't know. There's people out there that aren't able to pay for it, and I don't know. You can attach an email. Okay, sorry, I already read that. Sorry, just stepped away to talk to my cat. Period. Love my cat. Shout out to my son Heathcliff. He is in one of his many sleeping places right now. Shout out to my son. You could make it a time release. A time release. Like scheduled? Is that what you mean? Like letting people know it's coming out at this time? Don't feel guilty. You provide so much content for free on the other platforms. Thank you for that. Thank you. I don't know. I've never charged for anything that I've done in my life. So I guess I just need to suck it up and just accept that it's unfortunately part of my journey right now. One day, hopefully, if I'm blessed enough, I can just do fully free content. But YouTube makes that very fucking hard. Very hard. Shout out to my Euphoria episode that got taken down a week after I posted it. What do you mean? I disputed that shit so fast, and I'm waiting to see if they let it release or, they don't respond in 30 days before I post my reaction to the second episode because I'm not putting all that time into it just for it to get flagged after a week. And when I say flagged, I mean blocked completely worldwide. I was shocked. I was shocked. Okay, hold on. If you don't want to make it exclusive, you may not think that what you're doing as reaction content is good, but you are putting work into it, and it's not wrong to ask for something for it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get your buck. Nobody's going to judge you for it. Life is real, and we need money. As simple as that. Yeah, very true, Miguel. Very true, Miguel. And I'm sorry, y'all. I promise I wasn't fishing for like any kind of like, uh, like it's okay to charge. You know what I mean? I'm trying to let out my thought process, but I am grateful for all the kind words. It's definitely um a thing now, and I did it. So now I just need to. I mean, I can't go back on it. I already did it. There's a natural progression for providing content, getting better equipment, etc. I'm so ready for this better equipment to kick in. Good God. And listen, I am not talking shit about what I have now because I really do make the most out of it. Um, but like a better mic, which I'm going to be getting soon, that cuts out white noise. I can only imagine the wonder it's going to do for the viewer because sometimes I be hearing my own videos and it is bad. It is very bad. And I make sure to turn my fan off and everything. Still, because I'm right next to this window, which is right next to the biggest highway you've ever seen in your fucking life. I mean, like your content is available for $3 tier, but they get it a month late or something without paying. I don't know. Or though they are getting the edits on YouTube as is, so maybe that's the release. I like that. But they get it a month late or something without paying. I actually do like that. I do like that. I do. Sorry, I'm. This chat is so chill. I have $0, but I'll happily sign up for your Patreon if I can do the no charge version. And I can support through volunteering too. Oh wait, did somebody comment my email? I don't think they did because I would have pinned it. Hold on. Hopefully I'm not talking out of my ass. Because like I said, anybody in here right now that wants to hop on my Patreon for free, just email me, and then I will add you to it. I still have to figure out how to do that, but I looked it up and you can do it. I just have to hack into the system. Well, hack into the system. I just have to figure it out. So yes, Sarah. Sarah, I have your email. So yeah, for sure, definitely on that one. I've seen a lot of heated rivalry reactions vanish entirely. No, please don't say that for me, please. Please, because I have to. Okay, have y'all ever heard of OBS? OBS is the system where you can record yourself and your screen at the same time. I tried so hard to make that a part of this channel, but my laptop is an older model, so I record myself watching what's happening on my laptop, and then I put it into CapCut, and then I download or screen record whatever I was watching, and then add that to CapCut as well, and then I have to like sync up the audios and stuff. And syncing up audio is pretty not that great, especially when some of the when I spend like, you know, waiting for like a big file to download or to screen record, and then there's like a little glitch in it, then I have to edit that out, and it's insane. But I really am appreciative of it though. I'm gonna be so honest. I was talking to Cricket about this earlier. I feel like it's definitely elevated my editing skills. Like I feel like I'm actually pretty good at editing. I like to think I am. So I am grateful for it in that way. Um, I've seen a lot of heat drivers explain to saying, oh God, I really hope it doesn't go. We don't need my words to make your decisions. They're just some options and my opinions that you can take or discard as you see best. No, yeah, I loved your idea for that, actually. I actually did. I hope it wasn't coming across as like I didn't enjoy it, because I was genuinely processing it. I do like that idea. Wait, hold on. Um, while all the reaction channels are benefiting from the hype right now, it'll be interesting to see how many of these people will hang around once you finish the first season. Yeah, uh, I agree with that. But honestly, what happens happens. I'm enjoying the community, all the kindness that has right now, and if that dissipates at the end of my heated rivalry reaction, then that's just something I can't really do about it. And I'm just grateful that I got to, I say, how do I word this? I'm just grateful that I got to connect with so many queer people in this way. Like at the end of the day, it's been really nice. You seem to have a way of putting people at ease and promoting kindness. I think that's worth at least $3 a month. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Can you post an email? So I doubt it got. OBS is very useful and so good. My email. Are you able to write it down or something right now? Let me know. OBS is very useful and so painful at the same time. I'm so ready to invest. Like once I get better equipment, to invest the time in figuring it out. Um, it'll definitely save me time. But like I said, there's something to say in the fact that it's helped me get pretty good at editing. Y'all, when my Wuthering Heights video comes out, y'all are gonna think I worked at a fucking movie studio with the editing I was doing. Holy shit! I felt like I was like goddamn not Steve Jobs, some really smart computer person with the fucking editing I was doing. The heater rivalry stuff I've seen vanish has gone 1 to 4 days. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you anxious. I didn't think ahead there. Oh no, no. I've accepted that that's possibly going to happen. But like I said, I'm just grateful for the people that showed up at all. You know what I mean? Oh, you're talking about vanishing on YouTube. Oh shit, no, yeah. When Euphoria got flagged a week after it was up, I was like, what do you mean? Because I haven't had that issue yet with any of my videos, but it took them a week to take it down, and I was shocked. I was shocked and bummed, but you know, things happen. A little learning curve for me. The heated rivalry reactions are usually only taken down because of the visual depictions of sex content. So as long as you're careful with that, along with keeping clips short, you should be good. You know, I did get my first age restriction on my second episode of reaction of heated rivalry. I'm gonna be so honest. I took that as like a milestone, because I was like, oh, my first age restriction. But yeah, you are so correct. I'm shocked that they age restricted the second video and not the first one. Because I feel like the first one had a lot more touchy things going on in it than the second one did. So YouTube is so finicky. It is so finicky. But hi, but hey, Monopoly Man, Darian. It's good to see you again. Thank you for coming back. The way reaction content is handled on YouTube is nuts. There have been some very clear case law decisions handed down that make it clear that reaction content is largely in the clear. Um, yeah, I love. I'm gonna be so honest. Ever since I've started this channel, I haven't sat down and watched any other reactors, which I know sounds really bad because I should definitely be supporting, you know, fellow YouTubers. But if I'm gonna watch their stuff, I want to make sure I'm watching it. And as of right now, I only turn stuff on like to play in the background, unless I'm reacting to it. And so I just y'all should see the shit I watch. It's like top 10 Lego games of all time, or top 10 greatest Batman characters of all time. Like, it's just stuff that I'm accustomed to. But I definitely do need to make an effort to support my fellow YouTube people. Most Hater Riley stuff I've seen has been flagged for the audio. Yeah, people were telling me to be careful with the music. I feel like I got away with that in the first video. I'm so scared YouTube is like listening in right now, taking notes. But I feel like I got away with that pretty good in the first one. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that that one is. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not speaking that into existence. But I can't believe that they flagged the second one and not the first one. So true. At least that was flagged for adult. I know too much about copyright law. Spending way too long in the open source world has done that to me. I mean, hey, that's good knowledge to have, though. Honestly, yeah. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. As I continue to do my thing on this channel. But I love it. I really do love it. Like, at no point am I complaining about anything. I love editing. I love filming. I love responding to comments. That's why I'm so passionate about making this, hoping to make this a thing that I can continue to do. Because I'm like, you know, you hit 26 years old and you have nothing going for you. It makes you think about life. At least for me, it did. And then my mom had made a comment around New Year's where she was like, I told her how old I was getting. First of all, she thought I was like turning, anyways, and she was like, Dylan, you're turning that and you still don't, like, she didn't mean it in a mean way at all, like, at all, but I definitely interpreted it a certain way. And my first video on here ever was me sitting down on New Year's Eve, just I don't know, I can't watch that video. I really can't. But people, I guess that video gets recommended when they watch some of my newer videos, and I get comments on that very first video, which I think is crazy cool. But I can't sit and watch that. I just remember being so defeated with my life, and now look at me. Now I have passion. Now I'm happy. Now I'm grateful for. I mean, I'm always grateful for everything, good or bad, but you know what I mean? I'm locked in, and I feel like I'm actually doing something. Wait, let me see. The music in HR has mostly not gotten too flagged because most isn't RIA type stuff. I definitely feel like that's why my Euphoria got taken down. The guy who originally did the score for Euphoria, his name was Labyrinth. He left the show for this newer season, so they've been using a lot of excuse me, a lot of popular, very popular music. Even though I really, you know, I look back and I'm like, God, I edited that as good as it's gonna get. So I disputed that shit so fast, but I don't want to strike on my channel. So if they tell me no, then that video is in the void, except on my Patreon, the full one. TATU has a major exception. How has your life changed from your previous life? That is a heavy question. As of late, as like this year, pertaining to this year alone, it has definitely changed for the better. I was really, what's the word? I was really, you know, life really kicks your ass sometimes, and it was kicking mine that towards, I mean, all of last year, honestly. You know, lost my job that I actually really liked because I relapsed, and then um, lost a friend because of my relapse, and got sober and realized a lot of things. And then my mom mentioned something about, you know, it's everything I already said. It's like, and then now I feel actual pride in everything I do on this channel. Everything. I I don't think I've ever felt like that towards anything in my life in regards to anything that I've created or done. Um, so I've I feel very blessed to know what that feeling is now. Oh shit, 20% battery. Another recommendation, if you should, another recommendation, you should react to Ash Nico if you haven't already. Okay, she had that really popular song during COVID times. I have heard that one many times over, but she also had a song with, I think it was Ethel Cain on one of her newer albums that I really thought I was going to enjoy, but I did not. But that's not to say that there's nothing there. Especially when you are taking in a full project on its own. It changes the entire digestion of something. Ren loves reactors, so you'll never have a problem with reacting to his music. Yeah, and I have not had a problem at all. I am so grateful for Ren. I'm grateful for Fozia. Um, it's it's gonna make me emotional, and I really don't want to do that right now. So I'm sorry, but yes, he all of them that I've reacted to so far. It's just brings a lot of joy to my life. TATU is the club scene. Club scene music. Just cut it up enough for YouTube. It's the club TATU. TATU. Okay, wait. I'm running out of room again on paper. Let me get. Whew. I'm gonna do editing and some more organizing of these notes just from tonight. Bet. Thank you. You can tell the pride of this channel when you talk about it. That's super cool. Thank you. Thank you. And the absolute gratitude I have for every person that continues to show up and offer me their time and their love and their kindness. And it's, especially in a world like this nowadays, I'm beyond blessed in that way. In many ways, honestly. Smoochies is a good album. Smoochies. Ash Nico, right? Oh, it's this one. I love that as a title for an album. Smoochies. BRP, cat needs pets. Ooh, yeah, give that cat all the love. All the love. I was on a call with Cricket earlier, and her cat came on the screen, and I was like, oh, little baby kitty. And then the second I used my baby voice, it like activated my son, and he started meowing. I love my son, my kitty boy. He's perfect. Me and him do everything together, as we should. He's a big light in my life. God, I'm sorry, it's getting late. But I mean, this Vietnamese coffee, y'all. If y'all are ever trying to stay up, it's like literally injecting shit into your system. Shout out Vietnamese coffee. Yeah. Yeah. Hope everyone is continuing to have a good night so far. As we can see, the vinyl section only lasted so long. But that is okay, because I talk about vinyls a lot on my channel. And a lot of the ones I was talking about, I've already talked about in previous stuff. So yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm just vibing right now. So if I'm like staring, it it's not in a weird way. I am so relaxed right now. Have I been to any concerts? I have been to. I went to see Halsey in 2017. That was my first concert. Her Hopeless Fountain Kingdom tour, which crazily enough, Charlie XCX actually opened for her. Thinking about where Charlie is now, that's so crazy. And then I saw Troye Sivan in 2018. He was my second concert in a very intimate venue, and I was fucked up. I was so drunk, and then also my ex broke up with me over text right before I went into it. But I did not let that dampen that album for me. I really like that album. I haven't listened to any of his newer stuff though, so I don't really know if he's like what he has going on right now. But I like Troye Sivan. Good morning, Dylan. Good morning. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a good day so far. Morning is crazy for me because it's about to hit 1 a.m. Well, you know what? Fuck it. It is morning. Tori Amos doesn't have issues with reactors either. She's amazing. I love that you brought her up because one of my old sponsors was obsessed with Tori Amos, but I never got into her. Shout out to Daniel, my old sponsor. I hope he is doing well. We were really locked in on going through the steps together, but then he started getting a little bit weird and admitted that he had caught feelings. And I was like, that is very unfortunate because every experience I had in AA in regards to sponsors, um, it's just weird. Um, what do you use for a stereo? For stereo, like a speaker? I listen to music on my laptop, sometimes on my TV. That's once in a blue moon. Mostly off my phone. I like to start an album and then when I'm in the bath, I'll turn an album on, put my phone down, or when I'm editing, play it on my phone and then set it on the what the fuck are they called? Coffee table? The bedside table. Good lord. 7 a.m. here. 7 a.m. here. Wow. Kudos to you for being up at 7 a.m. I mean, I say that, but I'm probably going to be up till 7. But before my sleep schedule was so off the rails, I was not waking up early. I was waking up at like 10, which is not healthy. Cat says hi. Tell that cat I said, what is up? Tell that cat I love him. Her. Him, her. They, them. I love that cat. I work night shift. I work in a grave. That's sick as fuck. You work in a graveyard? That's really cool. I think that's really cool. Wow. Honestly, that is a vibe. That is so cool. I can't even imagine the atmosphere. Wow. Turntable. So you aren't even using your vinyl. No, I have a turntable. Um, yeah, I mean, no, you're right. Nowadays, when I'm, understand, when I'm editing, once I film something and I sit down to edit, it is near impossible for me to stop editing, especially with the audio syncing I have to do. It takes me like maybe 20 minutes to warm up, and then once I'm warmed up, I don't want to lose that because then it becomes I become very familiar, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I don't really like getting up and switching vinyls while I'm doing that. That's why I play it on my phone. And that's why I've been pinning albums on my phone too, because then I can just it's really fun. Yeah, I bet it is fun. I really bet it is fun. Um, that I don't know. That sounds like such a vibe to me. I'm so serious. What is going on in a graveyard that someone would need to work the graveyard shift for? Well, people definitely come in and do bad things to grave sites that they should not be doing. And also, you have to take care of it in respect to the people that are buried there. Keep it clean and pretty and, like I said, respectful. buy vinyls, listen on phone. Nothing wrong with this, but not my first guess. Yeah. Well, like I said, the last the last vinyl I bought was definitely in 2024. So, um, yeah. Because like I said, it got very expensive, and once something gets expensive, the fun is lost on me. So Frankenstein, shout out Frankenstein, shout out Frankenstein. Yeah, Frankenstein is going to be coming after Dracula, and then I'm going to watch, after I read Frankenstein, I'm going to watch Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein film, which I think might have actually won some awards, if I'm not mistaken about that. Yeah, I'm in gothic aesthetic, so me working there is like my dream. Right, right. Yeah, definitely a vibe. Definitely a vibe. Yo. This fucking chair. This fucking chair wants me dead. Wants me dead and gone. Ugh. Y'all got any y'all got any movie recommendations? Um so when I'm in the mood to sit down and not be on my computer or my phone, something I can watch that I haven't seen a million times already. The other day I turned on Prometheus to edit, and I love that movie with my whole heart, so I was not editing, I was watching the movie, so I had to turn it off. Why did I say aesthetic? I'm stupid. You should watch Evil Dead Rise and Smile too. Love both of those films. I saw Evil Dead Rise by myself, which was crazy experience, and Smile too. The actress that plays the main girl, I think her name is, it's like Naomi or something. I might be wrong about that, but she was phenomenal in that film. Oh my god. She deserves many, many more roles in major films because that was insane. Her acting was phenomenal. Evil Dead Burn is coming out soon. Yeah, I saw the teaser for that. Uh, did you see how everybody is like already shitting on it? Like, how are you gonna shit on a teaser? I think you've mentioned being a horror fan. What are some of your faves? Some of my favorite. Oh, all right. Uh, Let me lock in. Definitely Alien. I actually enjoy majority all Alien movies. Scream for sure. I really enjoy recent. I liked, well, recent, somewhat recent, Long Legs. Um, Even though it kind of went a little bit off the rails for me, I loved the atmosphere of the movie. He also did another movie that was a horror movie, the same director, but I can never, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I like wake up at night thinking about that movie, trying to remember what the fucking name is, but I cannot remember ever what that name the name of that movie is. But it has the actress from She-Hulk in it. I enjoyed that one. Story was whack as fuck, but the atmosphere was beautiful. Um, I saw Primate. I thought that one was actually pretty good horror movie for what it was. Very anxiety inducing. Um, OG Halloween for sure. Just watched the first three Hellraiser movies for the first time. Those were phenomenal. Those were absolutely phenomenal. Um, and well, it might have been the first four. It was the first four. Yeah, loved those movies. What about you? Do you like horror? Watch Waking Life. That's an amazing film. Bet. Yes, ma'am. I love horror. Horror is my favorite genre, for sure. I also like the Resident Evil movies, but those are like horror action esque. Um, like I said, Alien. I don't know if y'all are like big Alien fans in here, but Alien Covenant, I stood 10 toes down for that movie for the longest time. because I was convinced that it was a amazing ahead of our time movie, and then I watched it again not too long ago, and I put a lot into perspective for me. I was like, oh, it's weirdly enough like a comfort movie for me now because I've seen it so many times. I like horror. I don't like the torture porn stuff like Hostel, etc. Yeah. So you don't like Saw? I was talking about that with Cricket earlier today too. I like Saw. I like the Saw movies. I what really makes me the one thing that can come from horror movies that freak me out is body horror. Have y'all ever seen The Hills Have Eyes remake? There is a scene in that movie that I don't understand why it doesn't get talked about a lot because it is truly one of the most disturbing and disgusting and horrifying scenes I've ever seen in my life. And it's the scene where they go into the trailer where the two women are. It is that it fucked me up. It fucked me up real bad. I don't know, y'all. What a vibe. I'm at 15%, so once I hit like maybe like 10 or 5%, I'm gonna deuce, but I'm totally vibing out right now, honestly. I saw it with a really good friend, and when it finished, we were looking at each other and going, "What the hell's-" I know. I mean that movie. I actually watched a documentary on like that entire series and how it came about. Um, it's really interesting how small the budget was for that first movie, and then how big the franchise has grown, and how it catapulted James Wan into being one of the most known horror filmmakers in a very long time. Body horror. Did you see Swallowed? I have not seen Swallowed, and ugh, God. I mean, I watch it. It's just one of the few things in horror movies that actually make me like, oof. You know what I mean? I still haven't seen that movie with Demi Moore, The Substance. Not because there's body horror in it, but just mostly because I guess I'm not that interested in it. Do you know there's beef with Christina Aguilera and Melanie Martinez? Is there really? What? Give me the fucking tea. Oh my god, yeah. No, when Melanie Martinez was on, what was it, The Voice? Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Yeah. Cooper Koch is gorgeous, and Mark Patton from Nightmare Number 2 is in it. Cooper Koch. You're talking about Swallowed, right? I can't watch horror, which sucks because I love horror. I'm limited to watching Hypnosis vids on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely don't push yourself to take something in that you don't feel comfortable. Like that makes you feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Um, it's definitely not a good thing to get desensitized to stuff like that. Substance starts good and gets wild. Yeah, but I heard uh, uh, Demi Moore was absolutely phenomenal in that film. No, but it got worse over time. Oh shit, what happened, Darian? Please, oh my god, update me. That is insane. Yep, I was talking about Coach and Patton as well. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just write down Swallowed. I was kind of putting that off for a second, but I'm just gonna do it. You know, I watched a movie recently with my best friend at her apartment, and it's about these two girls that climb up this really tall light pole thing, and they get stuck up there. And then they have, it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. My favorite horror films are foreign ones. Let the Right One In and The Girl Who Walks Home Alone at Night. Let the Right One In. I think someone might have mentioned that in one of my previous lives, or I've read that name somewhere. Let the Right One In. I have not heard of The Girl Who Walks Home Alone at Night, though, but I can only imagine just off the title alone. I second Let the Right One In. OMG, that was so much better than the American version. Oh, I promise you, everything is better than the American version in regards to everything. The Girl. Have y'all seen Have y'all seen Weapons? Weapons was pretty chill. I hate that I kind of knew exactly, not exactly, but I kind of got the vibe of where they were going with it after like 30 minutes into the movie. It's still good though. Barbarian though threw me for a loop. Um, I saw Weapons. That was a ride. It was a ride. What's her name? Jennifer Garner. She also plays Silver Surfer in the new Fantastic Four movie. She was great in that movie. She was great. She's very good at playing like a nervous, finicky kind of character. Yes, I saw Weapons that I could handle. Yeah. Did y'all see that Aunt Gladys is getting her own movie now? Isn't that kind of actually sick as fuck? I mean, there's something to say about not getting the backstory of a character that everybody loves, but also I feel like the actress who plays her, she seems so down to earth that I'm just happy that she's getting what she wants out of that. Did you see Black Phone? I have not seen Black Phone. I have not seen Black Phone with Ethan Hawke, right? As the grabber. Amy Madigan. Yes, Amy Madigan. Yes, yes. She was phenomenal in that movie. I mean, God, nobody could have played that role but her. And I think it's really cool that the director Zach Kreger kind of gave her options of what she wanted to do with the character, and let her, go off of that. So I'm glad that she's getting that out of it. Yep, Ethan Hawke is in the grabber. Ethan Hawke is hot. He's very hot. Shout out Ethan Hawke. And Amy was so cool in Uncle Buck. Good to see her having a resurgence. Uncle Buck was a movie that was played a lot in my house growing up. Black Phone would make a great reaction video for you. You think so? There's two of them now, right? That's what you're saying, there's two. I really don't know what the premise of that story is. I just know that they put the grabber on Fortnite. Shout out Fortnite. Actually, don't shout out Fortnite. That game sucks now. Good morning from Scotland. Just saw you were live and popped in for a second to say your reaction videos are super. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you popping in and for taking the time to watch them. Thank you. You have an unusual charisma and humor that is very well suited to that type of video. Very watchable. Thank you. Thank you so much. I I'm very, very, very grateful for everyone that offers me their time. And for you to take the time to watch my videos, but to also come into my live just to leave a very lovely comment that does mean the world to me. So thank you. Thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful day today. I've only seen the first Black Phone, but many are reacting to it, especially around Halloween. Yeah, I'll definitely look into it. I wrote it down. Well, maybe look into it. I kind of have quite a bit of recommendations, and I still need to filter through them on a list. But yeah, maybe around Halloween time. I don't know. I watch horror movies year round, so I don't. But I know a lot of people don't do that, so it wouldn't make sense to do that around Halloween time. You are welcome. I have to go to work, but I will look forward to your next. Thank you, and you have a wonderful day at work, and be safe. Be safe at work. Please. You know what did come out that I have been wanting to watch? The live action How to Train Your Dragon. I have not seen that movie yet. And I definitely want to sit down and watch that. We're at 11% now. My phone's hanging in there. This poor phone. She's going to give up on me one day. But she is a trooper. But I want to see the new How to Train Your Dragon movie. Because I feel like if you're going to adapt an animated movie, if it's about dragons, yeah, that's the way to do it. I think. Plus, the original How to Train Your Dragon is phenomenal. Oh, you know what? I would say all of them, besides the one I haven't seen. Who a dude from Black Phone is in the live action? Yeah, yeah, he is. What's his name? Mason Thames. He was also in like a rom com that came out recently. It was like from the lady who wrote It Ends with Us, Colleen Hoover. He was in an adaptation of that novel. Yeah, Mason. And I feel like he would definitely play that character so well in How to Train Your Dragon. I'm excited. I need to watch it. Whenever that movie came out, I went to Burger King. Which, if you see me at Burger King, it's gonna be for a good reason. But they had the How to Train Your Dragon burger, and the bun was like a red swirly bun, and Burger King sucks ass. It sucks ass. But good God, I wanted that burger. Burger King, don't sponsor me. Just kidding. Just kidding. Shout out Burger King, I guess. I don't know. At least they're keeping their food affordable from what I see. Whereas, we have McDonald's and every other fast food chain out there charging what you would pay to go eat at fucking Olive Garden nowadays. Was it good? Are you talking about, the Colleen Hoover movie? I don't know. I don't know. This might be a hot take, but I kind of did want to watch It Ends With Us. I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't. That's the one with Blake Lively and shit, what's his name? The one that she's fighting for her life in court with right now. Justin Baldoni. Oh, you saw it? Was it good? My dad and his girlfriend went to go see it, which shocked me because my dad does not go to the movies at all. Yeah, I didn't get the hype. No. All I know is that they played Taylor Swift's Exile in the movie. And that, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to go off of in regards to Blake Lively besides Gossip Girl and that movie with the shark in it where she gets stranded and she's like being stalked by a shark. That one was good. I mean, I've only seen that once, but I remember really liking it when I first saw it. Because she and Blake, yeah, yeah, they are besties. But I guess friends stick together even during weird shit. But that's all I can think of her that I've seen her in was Gossip Girl and oh no, she was in that movie with Anna Kendrick. Fuck, I cannot remember the name of that movie, but she was in a movie with Anna Kendrick, and it was like I think they came out with the second, A Simple Favor. I liked the first Simple Favor. I haven't seen the second one though. I'm literally working on 60 projects right now for my edits. Oh, like for your channel? I think they may have a penchant for drama. Well, I mean, there is something to say if you have cameras on you 24/7 and people breathing down your neck 24/7 that anything you do, you fart and then you're going to get canceled by TMZ at that point if you're that popular and famous. For my edits, I have an editing channel. Really? Like under this username right here? Sorry, one second. What a vibe, y'all. It was a vibe last night when it was storming outside. Yep. Okay, sick. Do you care if, cause, I guess I can screenshot. Are you comfortable with that if I screenshot your username? Is that okay? So I can look at your stuff? If not, that's totally cool. Yo, I fell asleep in my denim shorts last night. If I fall asleep, or last night, as of like at 5 a.m., if I fall asleep in denim, it's pretty crazy. Because I usually just wear like boxers to go to sleep, but I was fully like suited up last night. Oh yeah, of course. Okay, bet. I wonder if it's gonna let me screenshot right now. It did. Okay, bet. I get really nervous doing anything on my phone when I go live, honestly, because the first time I ever went live, my phone connected to something. I'm assuming that's what it was, but my audio went out. So I was just sitting there talking to myself. It was pretty rough, yeah. It was pretty rough. But it worked. It worked. It worked. I'm looking at all these options that are on the side of this live right now, and I am wondering what the fuck they mean. I know the mic means you can mute yourself. Looks like you can put a sticker on here. Maybe I can do that to put my email like up in the corner or something. Two of them are Jasmine Bean. Two of them are Jasmine Bean. Is she an artist? Like a singer? And people came back. Dustin, I'm so sorry, but I don't know what that's in regards to. My memory has not been. That's why I've been writing everything down lately. I've been getting really bad at like short-term memory, like that fucking blue fish in Finding Nemo, Dory. Shout out Dory. We miss you, Dory. And people came back after watching with no sound. Very true. Very true. Very true. And I'm so grateful for that. I felt like a fool. But I am definitely becoming more comfortable doing this. And I'm very grateful for that. My nerves are not shot anymore. Which is good. Very good stuff. You know, I was thinking about going live on TikTok, but like I was saying earlier, that's like, I'm scared someone's gonna track me down and kill me. If I go live on TikTok, people over there scare me. Bad. I want to do something where I can like play music in the background while I like build a Lego set or something. But you definitely cannot do that on YouTube, playing music at least. What has been, hold on, afterwards. What has been most surprising conversing with others via this channel? In regards to like one-on-one people reaching me out, or in the comments? Both, I guess I could say, is how kind and, you know, vulnerable people have been with me. I am definitely not a guy who judges. So when someone reaches out after watching a video pertaining to like my sobriety or anything that I say in my heated rivalry reactions, it makes my day. It makes my day. Being scared of TikTok is valid. Yeah, 100%. 100%. TikTok is a beast. Is a beast over there, I think. And you know, I watch, like when I'm scrolling through and it like comes across like a random live. You know how they like stick lives into your feed randomly? The things they do over there on TikTok is really scary. Like they do this thing called battling, where it's two people on a screen and they are like begging their chat to like send them gifts, and then they like mute themselves so the other person's chat can't hear them or something. And it's I'm like, what do you mean you're doing that with a complete stranger? Like, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But there is this one live on there. It's supposed to be, I don't know if you remember me talking about this, it's supposed to be a gay dating show. But it's just like, it's a bunch of lesbian or bi women in a panel, and there's no dating. They just fight the entire time. And I don't know. It's I hate to say it, but it's fun to watch. But then she'll do this thing where she's like, you need to send, like, we need to win 2 battles, and then you need to share my live a certain amount of time to for me to continue on doing this. And I'm like, continue on doing what? Having a bunch of women fighting in your box? Like, there's a certain point where it's not even like what you want it to be. It turns into just something else completely different. TikTok is so cursed. The bunch of women who start drama. I mean, it sounds like a Real Housewives show. It is, and I think that's why I enjoy it, honestly. Shout out Real Housewives. Have y'all seen Real Housewives? Lisa Vanderpump. uh, Miss Rinna. Uh, who are some other ones? Kyle Richards, Kim Richards. I like Beverly Hills. I haven't seen any of the other Housewives. I have another editing channel, but I abandoned that one because there was way too much dangerous drama. Dangerous drama? Oh, God. Not in 10 plus years, too much drama. Wow, drama become the theme of the end of this live. Uh, I like, see, I love Kim and Kyle. Well, love them through a screen, but their dynamic is truly captivating to me. Um, I was going through, like, before I really locked in on this channel, I was going through and rewatching season 1 of Beverly Hills, and oh my God, it is insane. There was doxing. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, what the hell? Good God Almighty, Darian. I remember Kim from her being a child actress. Yeah, she was in Witch Mountain, right? And then Kim. Wait. Yeah, Kim was in Witch Mountain, and then Kyle was in the OG Halloween, right? I remember Kyle from. Yeah, before she came back for the latest trilogy. Did you like the newer trilogy? I actually enjoyed it, and I thought it was cool as hell to see Kyle Richards on the big screen again. Luckily, I was able to prove the allegations were fake, though. Oh my God, Darian. What? Hold on. Hold on. Good God. That's my worst nightmare. That's what I think is gonna happen when I go over to fucking TikTok. I like the first two, but haven't seen the third newest Halloween yet. You know, a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was refreshing. You know, kind of breaks the mold a little bit, and I think there's something to it. You should watch it, though, if you ever get the chance. You know what's weird is that they dropped that movie, I think it was on Peacock, the same day it was released in theaters. Um, so I got to watch it when it came out, but not in theaters. Definitely watch it on Peacock. Cool, then I'll have to check it out this week. Yeah, it's good. Also, you can never go wrong with Jamie Lee Curtis. Every time I wear denim on denim, I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis. Like my denim jacket with my denim pants. And you know, I really liked the second one they did. I think it's Halloween. Yeah, Halloween Kills. I thought that one was actually fun. I saw that one in theaters, and I had a lot of fun with that. Um, that was the only one of the newer trilogy that I actually saw in theaters. I really liked the second too. It was good. It was good. Okay, we're at 5%. I'm gonna let it get a little bit lower, but then I'm gonna have to deuce. But yeah, the second was fun. The second was fun. It was that the whole firefighter scene in the beginning, insane. And then people were mad about it. But don't let me get into that. Don't let me get into that. Is the correct verbiage. Oh my God, y'all! This coffee. This goddamn coffee. Shout out Halloween. Shout out Michael Myers. Fuck it. Fuck it. You know that my mom loves horror movies, and she said Halloween was the first movie to ever really scare her. And watching it back, I can definitely see why. I recently rewatched the Rob Zombie movies, and they looked really cheap. You know, I've only seen the first half of the first Rob Zombie one. I remember we had the second one on DVD, but I never watched it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I really don't. I guess I just didn't care enough to finish it, but you aren't missing much. Well, I mean, that's peace of mind for me. Did you see they're doing a Jason show? Crystal Lake, I think is what they're calling it, with the actress who played Velma. And she was also in ER. I cannot remember her name off the top of my head, but she's gorgeous. She is so fucking beautiful. and she was great in Scooby-Doo and also ER, so I'm excited to see her in the Crystal Lake show. Yeah, it's like an A24 production. Yeah. Yeah, it's A24. Because you know the rights for Jason Friday the 13th was going round and round and round for the longest time. Um, but I think it's heavily focused on. I might be mistaken when I say this, but I'm pretty sure it's about the mom. But I enjoyed the Friday the 13th series from the 80s, which had nothing to do with Jason. Friday the 13th series from the 80s. Never heard of that. You know which one I really want to watch that I haven't seen yet is the one where he's in space. I feel like I would actually fuck that shit up. I was telling my mom about it. I was like, "Have you ever seen the one of Jason in space?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Was it good?" And then she's like, "Dylan, just think about the sentence you just said, and then you tell me if you think it'd be good." Little does my mom know, my standards are very low for movies. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. Talk about cheap. Jason going to space. It's so endearing to me. Oh my god, that idea is so endearing to me. It's like in the fourth Hellraiser movie where they're in fucking space. But that one was good. That one was good. I really feel like there was something to that one. Freddy vs. Jason was fun. You know, I've only seen that once, and when I was a kid, and all I remember is that the guy turns into a big worm, and that fucked me up. Yeah, but I've only seen that one once. I should really sit down and watch the OG Nightmare on Elm Street, 100%. And they did that remake. They gotta stop doing these remakes. And one of Destiny's Child in it. What? What do you mean one of? Wait, and one of Destiny's Child in it. They were in a Jason movie. I was experiencing chat room crap. LMAO. Like a chat room on through YouTube or through like a third party thing. We were at 4% by the way. As you like female musicians. One of Destiny's Child is in it. And oh, and Freddy versus Jason. Oh, I love. You know I love me. I love me some good, powerful women. I really do. Yep. Jason vs. Freddy featuring Kelly Rowland. Oh my gosh! Shout out Kelly Rowland. What a legend. Are you gonna be live tomorrow or later? You know what? I might go live later tonight after I charge my phone and do some stuff and release some of this coffee from my system. Um, I might do that. I might do that because I only have one video to edit right now. Well, that was a fucking lie. I have like 2 videos, and one of them is a video I've been working on for a minute, my Wuthering Heights video. But I'm really proud of that one, with the amount of time it's taken. I feel like my editing skills really showed with that one. Now I know how to be more smooth when filming me watching a movie and what to have near me when I need it. That will make my life easier at the second go around. Shout out Wuthering Heights. Would love to be there late for another live, but I gotta iron clothes and get ready for a 3-day trial tomorrow. Oh, sick. Well, ironing clothes. God, I haven't done that forever. I mean, as you can tell. But yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here. I really should go because I'm at 4%, and my phone's gonna die. Hopefully, I'll catch up on the recording tomorrow night. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm so actively trying to decide if I should do it or not, and like go live. Because my live yesterday or two days ago was me editing and chatting, and literally no editing got done. So I just need to figure out where I need to go from there. But all right, I love you. I love you all so much, and I'm very grateful for you. Sorry, I'm like rubbing my leg. Grateful for you all being here. I really am, and thank you for taking the time to pop in and chat with me. I really appreciate it. And y'all take care of yourselves, okay? Be very kind to yourselves and to others. Sarah, OG, love you, Sarah. Love you, Dustin. Love all of you. Love all of you so much. Darian, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And Sarah, I will email you back and let you know when I've done the whole Patreon thing, adding you to my Patreon. Like I said, I just have to figure out how to do it because I have some friends and family that I want to add on there as well. I'm sure it's not complicated at all. I just want to make sure I do it right. But okay. I love you all so much. I am gonna go because, like I said, this coffee is tearing me up right now. But I love you all, and y'all be safe. Okay. Yeah. Of course, Sarah. All right. And take care of yourselves and be